He has timed that one well.
And take the ball straight in.
Beautiful ball.
Edge the way. Yes, it is.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome everyone to day 10 of Oman D20 powered by Fancode. It's another action-packed day here at Oman Cricket Academy, and a double header is lined up. To start the proceedings, it will be match number 23, Renaissance Challengers will be taking on Royal Oman Stallions, and the stakes could not be higher as this tournament approaching its knockout stage. And for sure, there are quite a few spots up for grab, especially for that number 2 position. And conditions, as always, plays a massive role. And without wasting much time, let's head down to the center for all important pitch report. It's over to you, Pranav Mehta.
Of the Oman D20 powered by Fancode, and we are here to evaluate the conditions. But before we get into the conditions, first and foremost, big kudos to Anup and his team for maintaining these world-class facilities as world-class. Absolutely incredible work by Anup and his team. Starting with the weather, before we get onto the pitch, hot and humid. It can't get more hotter than this. Somewhere around 43, 44 degrees. And it's going to be a sweaty afternoon for the players in the middle. Little bit of breeze from my right to my left. And that's going to be staying accordingly a little aggressive towards the evening. And then when we are talking about the dimensions of the ground, if I'm batting left-handed from the Oman LNG end, 60 meters on my leg side. And that's going to be same for the right-hander batting from the Oman tail end. But everywhere else, 68 to 69 meters, and that's where you need to middle the ball to clear those ropes. Talking about the pitch, this is going to be an interesting factor. Day 5 of this pitch being used as it is. And if you look at those, you can look at those patches here. You can look at those patches there and there. This is right in front of the wicket, probably around the 3-4 meter mark. And that's where the bowler will be really interested. Spinners will have a big role to play. But decent batting conditions still. Captain winning the toss certainly is going to be batting first, utilizing this wicket, because you don't want to be batting second on a wicket which is deteriorating. That's it from me here in the center to the comms.
Thank you, Pranav. And the first thing what we have noticed out there is the heat, and certainly the conditions will play a massive role. And rightly said, it's the 5th day on the same surface, and the captains who wins the toss, they will opt to bat first, put some runs on board, and it's a dry surface, and spinners might come into play. But let's head on one more time. It's Pranav Mehta with both the captains for all important toss alongside the match referee.
Toss time here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Oman D20 and day 10. Renaissance Challengers taking on Royal Oman Stallions. The captains are with me. On my left, it is Hamad Ifraq, the captain of Renaissance Challengers. On his left, it is Mohammad Nadim, the vintage Mohammad Nadim, the captain of Royal Oman Stallions. And on his left, Mujahid Survey, the match official to make sure toss is right. Hamad, flip the coin. Khanjar is the call. That's heads. Number it is. Hamad, toss on your side. What would you like to do and why?
Actually, we want to bowl first, and we are trying to restrict them as low as possible, and inshallah we will try to defend it.
This is the 5th day that this wicket is going to be used. What are your thoughts on that? What's the number that you're looking to restrict them to?
120, below 120 is a good, I think if we will restrict them below 120, and inshallah we will try to chase it down.
The tournament didn't start in your favor, but all of a sudden you're looking like an incredible side. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually, if you will see last few games, we played a good cricket, but unfortunately, result is not in our favor. But we are just do well here. We are giving our 100% in the ground, and inshallah, it's a long way to go, long season. So it's a beginning for us. So inshallah, we will try to play a good cricket in the upcoming season.
And any changes in the side? Final one?
Yeah, two changes is there. Rafi Rana Hanif is out and Junaid and Yusuf is coming in.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Nadim, toss not in your favor. They're bowling first. What would you have done?
Yeah, actually, we are also looking to bat first because I feel it's a fifth day pitch, so we need to bat early. So we can use later on for the spinners.
They're looking to restrict you under 120. What's the number on your mind?
I believe 150, at least we should have scored if we want to win the match.
Changes in the side?
Yeah, quite a number of changes. Seniors who rested yesterday, they are coming back in the side.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
So the news from the centre is Renaissance Challengers, who are not in the mix of things at the moment, they've won the toss and they're going to be bowling first.
A tough beginning for my fellow commentator. He was out there for the pitch report as well as for the toss, but looking dashing in those black glares and cream color blazer, Pranav Mehta, and going against the odds is the captain of Renaissance Challengers, winning the toss, and they opted to bowl first. And looking at the sides, the seniors making comeback as said by the captain Mohammad Nadim, and Hasnain Ali Shah, the fast bowler, is also back in the side. So is the Karan Sonavle and Vinayak Shukla and Yashash GL. And let me welcome my fellow co-commentator for the first set of five. I'm joined by Mr. Jamil Zaidi. Very good afternoon, Jamil sir. Please tell us about Renaissance Challengers.
Thank you, Mudassir, and good afternoon to everyone. Royal Oman Stallions and Renaissance Challengers. Another good match is going to be on the card. Renaissance Challengers must have tried to win this match. Anyhow, let's go for the team. It is Amanullah Rafiki, Asif Khan, Hamad Ifraq, Hamad Mirza, who played a superb knock yesterday, Ibrar Hassan, Junaid Jan, Muhammad Yusuf, Nadim Khan, Prithvi Machi, Sufyan Mahmood, and Sayyid Amir.
Though they are not in the race to make to the top two Renaissance Challengers, but for Royal Oman Stallions, in an all-important game, they cannot afford to lose a game here. They want to stay top of the table. Just one loss so far for Royal Oman Stallions that clearly shows the amount of good cricket they displayed in this tournament, Jamil Bhai.
Actually, in all editions of the D20, in Oman D10 also, they are really bringing totally professional approach from the management of Royal Stallions. And of course, once again, they are looking at the top of the table. They might go for the last final in this match also.
Play on, says the on-field umpire, and Ibrar runs in. A slip in position, a bit wide, like a second slip, and straight away off the mark. So much at stake for Royal Oman Stallions in this game, keeping in mind as we are approaching those knockout stage of this tournament, and things are getting tighter at the top of the table. And Mohammad Nadim said was also looking to bat first. So both the captains got they want during the toss, and now it's up to the batters to put some runs on board.
Up to now, Royal Stallions really doing a great job from last couple of matches. Their batters doing wonders for them, and also supported by excellent bowling and super fielding as well.
They were power-packed offside field, and in this hot and humid condition, Hamad Ifraq asking his players to come out and bowl and put some extra effort. Driven nicely, but straight towards the fielder. So two left-hand batters at top of the table, top of the order.
Yeah, actually at least some relief for the bowlers instead of bowling right and left. Both are the left-handers. So easy for the captain to put the fielders according to the situation of the bowler bowling on that particular track.
Excellent. Brilliant piece of bowling. Sticking to that off-stick line. Slight movement with the new ball.
Well, Pranav mentioned that the wind is blowing from left to right. He might have slight moved into the air. This one is going away from the batter. Good delivery from Ibrar.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for the left-hand batter, it's blowing from leg side to the offside for left-hander. So bowling at good channel is Ibrar. If you can stick to that middle and off stick, yes, you can induce that edge. This is what we are talking about. Brilliant piece of bowling.
It will take little time for the batters to settle down once they played a couple of overs. And after that, they might start playing their shot. It's a good bowling from Ibrar so far. All the 4 deliveries were perfect on that track. Slightly offside the off stump, lifting deliveries. Good bowling from him so far.
Though the wind is blowing, but it's kind of in a hot breeze, so it won't help much to the players. The slip slightly moves towards that short gully position. A quick single has been taken. Now rotating the strike, these two. So far, a good over, boundaryless over from Ibrar.
It is really very, very difficult for the batters and the bowlers to play under those conditions. The temperature soaring around 43 and 44. But hopefully, after a couple of hours, it might be reduced to 40 around. It's a beautiful view of the Oman Cricket Academy building. It's a beautifully bowled through the gates. End of over number 1. Royal Stallions 3 for none. So the first over was very good from Ibrar. Only 3 runs bowled in that one. And now it is spin attack from the Oman LNGN. Played nicely straight to the fielder. Good fielding. That's a cover. Manullah. Rafiki always get wickets in the couple of early overs. So today see what is going to have a wicket or not.
He has been impressive in this tournament with the ball, especially providing those early wickets. He played an important role for Renaissance Challengers, keeping the positions under 115, 120 couple of times. Tossed up delivery, but not able to find the cap. Nadim has been kept busy at that cover region.
So far, so good, Amanullah. Kept the batters quiet. 3 deliveries, dot deliveries from him. That was beautifully bowled. And got the first breakthrough for Renaissance Challengers. As I was talking about him, he's getting the wickets in his very first and second over.
How many times? Not once, not twice, but almost 5 to 6 times in this tournament. It became a habit for Ramanullah Ifraki to come out with the ball and straight away get the wicket in his very first over. Now look at the delivery. Ball just keeping a bit low and a poor shot selection. He forced the batter on the back foot and sharply coming into the left-hand batter. No answer for Junaid. The first wicket goes down for Royal Oman Stallions. A mystery spinner. The key in this tournament for Amanullah has been that length. Very slow in the air, Jamil bhai. That is the reason he also get some turn from the wicket and walks in Karan Sonavle. For disappointment in the previous edition with the bat, he's back at his best, getting those runs for Royal Oman Stallions and coming at number 1 position. There you go, brilliantly bowled.
It's very suspicious action from Aman Rafiqi. Somebody thought it's going to bowl the leg spinners or it's the off spinner. Delivered the ball in the air, trying to bowl quicker one.
Charging down the ground, Karan Sonavle. Pulling his length back. What an over. A brilliant start by Amanullah. 2 overs done, 1 wicket down for Royal Oman Stallions. 4 runs on board. Until now, the decision to bowl first is going in favor of challengers. The first over has been tied from Ibrar, an astute captaincy, getting a spinner early into the attack, and Amanullah strikes in his very first over. Karan Sonavle on strike. Oh, what a delivery! Into the block hole. Well managed by Karan Sonavle.
That is the experience of Karan Sonavle. He survived that block hole. Quick delivery from Ibrar. Almost got him through, but quickly brought his bat down. Beautifully bowled by Ibrar.
Width offered, and what an effort. Brilliant save. A full length dive. Asif Khan at point saving some runs.
I admire the approach of Renaissance challengers, though they have lost a couple of matches, but still they are trying to give their best for the remaining matches. Yesterday also, day before yesterday, the first week for them, but they are really showing that yes, it is totally sporting side, coming, fighting each and everything.
Absolutely, though they are out of contention for that top 2 spot, but still displaying some good cricket. Commitment has been up to the mark in the field. Onto the pads. It clearly shows this is such an important tournament. It doesn't matter whether you are in the race for the top 2 or not. Every game is important because the selectors are watching, and this is a premier tournament here in Oman. So you just cannot take it lightly.
Absolutely, yes. Apart from Renaissance challengers, IAS Invincible, they were not among the victories in a couple of matches. Nicely played out for the single. But later on, 2 successive victories from them, they brought them back into the game. But still, their commitment to the game is superb.
The key has been the attitude of these teams and the players towards the game. Always comes out with a positive approach. Though the results are not going in your favor, it's not easy as a team and as a player to come and back-to-back matches with the results not favoring you, but still giving you 100%. It is what we have seen from the teams like IAS Invincibles and the Challengers. Prithvi Machi took his own time, but in no time gets couple of runs. Shahrukh and Karan.
Not only that, the commitment, but it is for the players also. Because, you know, Oman national team is, of course, going the next couple of weeks to UAE for the all-important Asia Cup. There are certain players whose team is not performing well, but some of the players might come into the attention of the selectors.
I completely agree with you, Jamil bhai. The first boundary, yes, sails over Prithvi Machi at the rope at the deep mid wicket, and the first maximum from the blade of Shahrukh. Impeccable timing, and ends with the flourish here.
Lovely timing. Spot on, played out from the middle of the bat to the long on boundary for the maximum. The first maximum for Royal Stallions, 15 for 1, 3 overs gone.
The spinner will continue to bowl his second over. In fact, it's Nadim, just 1 over for Amanullah, keeping in mind Karan Sonavle is out there in the middle, so they don't want to take any chances by bowling an off-break bowler against Karan. That said, Jamil bhai, the bowler, he is having wonderful tournament. Doesn't matter whether it's a right-hand batter or left-hand batter. He always made sure to contain and stop the flow of runs, and top of that, he always made sure to provide you those breakthroughs. So I think they should have gone with Amanullah for one more over.
Currently, yes, he's bowled superbly. I don't know, because the captain has got his own way how to handle his bowlers, but he bowled superbly, got a wicket also. Beautifully bowled by Nadim this time. The very, very hard-working bowler Nadim, always among the wickets for the Renaissance challengers.
Oh, absolutely, a top-notch fielder as well, but in this tournament was not able to get runs as we expect from Nadim, because there was a lot of shuffling when it comes to his number to bat at one position. Sometimes, oh, look at that delivery. Poor shot selection. Tossed up delivery, inviting the left-hand batter to come out of the crease. And sharp turn. What a great take by the wicket keeper. The wicket number 2 goes down.
Brilliant, outstanding bowling from Nadim. You give slightly air to the ball. Look at that one. Turn up, brilliant work done by the wicket keeper. The wicket number 2 back to the dugout for our Stallions. And in comes the man everybody is waiting for.
So the spinners are doing a wonderful job, and this is what we're talking about. Yesterday, though it's a left-hand batter, left-arm orthodox, Nadim getting better of left-hand batter, but in the case of Royal Oman Stallions, they never trusted Sagar Parmar against the left-handed batters of Majid's Titans. But these are the bowlers who have those skills not only to get the wickets of right-hand batter but also the left-hand batters as well. What a delivery by Nadim. 2 top-class deliveries. The first, the catch was put on. The second one, no mistake by the wicket keeper, and walks in the captain, Mohammad Nadim. Leaning on that front foot, gentle push. So 2 beautiful deliveries. This is the first delivery. Look at that, just falling short of the fielder at first slip. So straight away he's using those rough marks, and that is the reason he's getting that purchase. And look at this, Jamil bhai, brilliant delivery, tossed up delivery. He got a bit greedy coming down the track and misses the line completely.
Definitely. Brilliant bowling from Nadim. We're talking about tossed up deliveries. He's used the right time. Lot of turn in the wicket as well. And that's the end of over number 4. 17 for 2 Royal Stallions.
So spinners from both the ends. Early introduction of the spinners. So couple of overs for Ibrar from commentary box end, that is Oman tail end. Now it will be Amir Shah who will bowl in the 5th over. 2 experienced batters are out there in the middle, Nadim and Karan. And look at that excellent running between the wickets by these two.
Well,
one of the best batters in Oman who plays spin quite well.
Absolutely, yes. And this man is really cool, Captain Cool Nadim. He never, something has happened to the batter. Must be some cramp, of course. The heat in the ground must be really hurting the players.
I took off that quick single. And rightly said, the conditions are not favorable for the players. Especially you need to take those fluids. A lot of fluids needs to be taken by the players to keep themselves fit and away from those injuries. This is what happened. Look at that. Soft push. And straight away. Karan Sonawale pushing hard. And there, just twisting his ankle or cramp, I think. His hamstring. Still on the floor. Some worry sign for Mohammad Nadim and Royal Oman Stallions. So some medical attention for Karan Sonawale, and the good news is he will continue his knock here in Oman Cricket Academy. Amir Shah. Oh, just going past that first slip. What was he doing? Asif Khan was never interested. He was not watching the batter. Standing casually at the first slip. Karan Sonawale survives.
Well, this end is really become a danger for the batters to play on. Spinners are getting the turn they need to. Look at that one. Asif was totally not ready to get it. Could have been third wicket for that.
You need to be alert. You need to have those sharp reflexes while standing at first slip. Travels so quickly. Once it takes that outside edge.
Not to forget, this is Karan Sanavle, a brilliant batter. Scored a lot of runs and came at the right time when 2 wickets down at a very early stage of the game.
And no mistake, what a day he is having. Hamad Mirza behind the stumps, dancing down the track. Yet again, smart piece of bowling. The left arm orthodox getting some turn on the surface. Wicket number 3, Karan Sonavle, the man in form, departs.
What a brilliant spell from the spinners from Reliance's Challengers. Look at that one. Once again coming down, ball turning away, and rest being done by Hamad Mirza. Way out from the crease. Brilliant work done by the wicket. Wicket number 3 for Royal Stallions.
Four 22 for 3 all of a sudden. Royal Oman Stallions in some trouble here. Joining me in the com box, Amin Wagle. Amin, power play and distraught will be Royal Oman Stallions here.
Yeah, absolutely. And they'll certainly be very, very unfamiliar with the conditions at the moment, the match situation, because they've been looking to boss around, getting some good crucial wins. And that's a good delivery. I think that's stuck in the pad, so a little bit of comedy there.
Enjoying themselves in the middle. Renaissance Challenges. This tournament hasn't been the way they would have wanted it to be. That wicket of Karan Sonavle being the final thorn that just took place moments ago. And they'll be livid with the kind of situation they are in at the moment. Yes, not one of the easiest of tracks to bat on. Day 5, this wicket is being used. There is a little bit of turn. And we'll talk more about it. 5 was done, 22 for the loss of 3. Nadim comes into the attack against Nadim. So it's Nadim versus Nadim at the moment.
He'll be key, Mohammad Nadim. He's got plenty of experience, so he'll be looked to just watch this surge of the slower bowlers Renaissance Challengers has at the moment. Looking to be on top of the batters in the power play. 22 for the loss of 3 wickets, and it's never a comfortable situation at the moment.
Looking to paddle, dropped catch. This is a big drop. This could well cost them the match because it's the wicket of Mohammad Nadim. He's one of the most experienced campaigners you'll find in Oman.
Oh, this is absolutely unacceptable. One of the easiest catches for Asif Khan Pathan. He's been not in the best of forms with that fielding position in the slip. That's plenty of responsibility to back your bowlers. Immediately you see he's been taken out of that position and Sufyan Mahmood comes in at first slip.
Couldn't get an easier catch than what he got. And that's where he would just not do justice to that position of slip. Oh, they're appealing once again. They want that wicket of Mohammad Nadim in some fashion possible.
Yeah, I certainly thought that probably took a little bit of the bat along with it. Under the bat, umpire Gopakumar not interested whatsoever. This will take some good viewing.
Oh, nothing there. Nothing that I could see was interesting.
More of a frustration appeal. Because he certainly had him in that previous ball. That was one of the most simplest catches that could have come towards Asif Khan Pathan. Probably goes on to show that once you are, mentally just feeling very, very low at the moment, thinking too much about the form and it affects your fielding as well.
And it's a worrying sign for Renaissance Challengers at the moment because you're not sure how much you can defend on a wicket that is deteriorating. 6 overs done, 22 for the loss of 3. It's a maiden from Nadim. Amanullah continues 1 for 1. Spinners certainly taking control of the game at the moment for Renaissance Challengers. And it'll be worrying sign for Renaissance Challengers. 22 for 3, Royal Oman Stallions. And all of a sudden they'll be wondering if Royal Oman Stallions can get in surplus of 100 here in any fashion, chasing will be really difficult.
Another interesting fact is that the last couple of overs, you've just got that 1 run, 1 wicket and 1 chance of a drop chance that went down courtesy Asif Khan Pathan. So this is something very, very stupendous here from Royal Oman Stallions. They're not just able to get off the mark. Even this over, Amanullah Rafiqi completely on top. As far as the Stallions are concerned, a risk or 2 here is needed.
Hello, this is something interesting. Look at the field. This is going to be really interesting. There are 3 fielders outside the circle just after the power play. And that's where it's really interesting. They would have wanted an extra fielder inside, but at the moment, a full toss from Amanullah and just countering my statement.
Yeah, well, finally realizing that they should be looking to step up proceedings here. Jitan Kumar Ramanandi is a good striker of the ball. And immediately realizing that opportunity very wide and full does no help here. All that pressure built up and now a boundary. Still wouldn't mind it, I guess. It's just 5 runs now.
I was just about to say that, probably they should bring in one more fielder and put in some extra pressure on Royal Oman Stallions with Amanullah bowling some quality deliveries. And that's where he bowled a full toss. Add on to that, the long on drops back as well. So just that boundary from that over of Amanullah. 7 overs done, 26 for the loss of 3, Royal Oman Stallions.
good over from Amanullah in the previous over, just 4 runs from it. And that's where they would want to continue with spin. Amir Shah will come into the attack probably from the Oman LNG end. It's a game of wickets. I mean, they need wickets. They can't contain Royal Oman Stallions till the 20th over. They need to pick wickets. And especially that wicket of that man on the screen, Mohammad Nadim. He's been around for ages, one of the backbones of the national side. And he's solid, rock solid. At the moment, he's been dropped.
Looks to sweep. I think this is in the air. A fielder looking to get underneath it. And oh my word, this is some performance here by the fielders of Renaissance Challengers, because they're just dropping butterfingers at the moment.
This is absolutely unacceptable at this level. You can't give the excuse that the sun came in the way. You have to get your glares. And the easiest of opportunities, once again, making a mess of it on this occasion, was Ibrar. And look at Sufyan, he's distraught. Cannot believe that his side has let Mohammad Nadim, the backbone of the national side. He's one of those quality players, big wicket, big fish.
Oh dear, it's really something here for the Renaissance Challengers. You might want to just appreciate with the way they've been going about things. At the moment, the score is dismally low for the Royal Oman Stallions. The Renaissance Challengers has done very, very well. The bowlers have really stepped up to the plate. But it's just that catching and those opportunities to put that final nail in the coffin.
This is a different kind of a wicket. I mean, we did see the other wicket play on day 4, day 5 really good in favor of the batters, but it has been extremely hot for the last 2 days. And even today, it is supreme heat that is beating on that wicket. And that's where there is going to be ample amount of turn for the spinners. There are few patches which would be really dry, and they will grip and turn. And that's where batting was going to be not easy on a wicket like this.
Absolutely, completely agree with you on that one. But what I'm really liking at the moment is, even though the wicket favors the slower bowlers or any sort of bowlers, it's still got to be all on the bowlers to actually end up pitching in the right areas, pitching the right line and length, and creating some trouble for the batters. Works it away towards the onside, only a single.
Every single is going to be hurting the Renaissance Challengers, because Nadim, that prize wicket, has been dropped twice. 8 overs done, 30 for the loss of 3 Royal Oman Stallions. Amanullah looks to continue from the Oman tail end. He's been one of those pick of bowlers for Renaissance Challengers. Plays that paddle. Very effective, very innovative. Probably looking to push for the third. Not really. A couple of runs for that innovation.
Yeah, well, working hard here. Yusuf Manik and Sufyan Mahmood probably setting an example to the rest of the fielding effort for the Renaissance Challengers. They had a long way to run, but not before they completed 2. Jitin Kumar and Nadim. There was a cheeky little shot whenever the going gets tough, and immediately you see Amanullah Rafiqi asking for some extra protection behind. He even indicated them that I need a fielder over there for this kind of shot.
Dangerous to go on the back foot on a wicket like this where it can stay low. And that's what happened to him on this occasion. Very lucky to still be there, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. Single to long on. And it's a game of singles at the moment. They would want to take this game, even if they can get to somewhere around 60, 65 at the end of 15, 16 overs. They would believe that they can capitalize from there and get closer to 100.
Well, my concern is at the moment it's 33 for 3, so they're probably hitting around less than 4 runs per over. I want to know, especially for a player of this caliber, Mohammad Nadim and Jitin Kumar Ramanandi and even the top order batters, what is it? What does this pitch have in it so that you are not able to score freely at all? Because Renaissance Challengers, the bowlers, have been producing these magic deliveries, but on occasions they've just been normal deliveries and they're not been capitalized on.
It's the doubt which those rare deliveries create in your mind, which makes those regular deliveries also look special, because the batter is worried whether this one will turn, it'll not turn, it'll keep low, maybe bounce. And that's where the doubt is. This is not a great length from Amanullah. He needs to be around the good length area. And that's where the doubt is. And we'll talk more about that. 9 overs done, 35 for the loss of 3. Manik. Yusuf Manik comes into the attack. Another left-arm spinner. Primarily, they're looking for that wicket of Mohammad Nadim because he's the mainstay for all Oman Stallions. Yes, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi, very talented, very aggressive. But primarily, they want that wicket of Mohammad Nadim.
He can certainly turn the favor in the Royal Oman's, turn the game in the Royal Oman Stallions' favor. He's got the big shots. He's got those true batter performances as well. Knows how to accelerate an innings, knows how to slow it down, knows how to defend well. But then what's happened in the last few overs is that he's given a couple of chances and those chances had to be taken. There's absolutely no excuse big enough for those catches going down. Yes, it's going to hurt. Yes, the pitch is favouring the bowlers, but catches have to be taken.
And those were mediocre efforts, both from Asif Khan Pathan and then Ibrar. Two very good fielders, not taking it away from them, and that's where my expectations are. Those were easier than the regulation chances. They would probably not been dropped in the under 11s as well. That's how simple those catches were.
I would probably be scared of the leather ball in my under 11s, but then, yeah, of course.
Times have changed.
No wonder I didn't make the under 11s.
It's a game of courage. The first thing that the coach will tell you that if you are scared of the ball, you will certainly get hit. Once again, a single to the deep. And that's where I've been not happy with Renaissance Challenge. They should put the pressure on, get an extra fielder inside.
Yeah, I completely agree with you with that extra fielder approach. In under 11s, I believe the first test would be the fielding. High catches, and if you manage to catch it, you pass on to the next round, which is ground fielding. And then you get passed on to the next round, which is batting and bowling. So very, very important to be absolutely clinical in the field with those catches.
Tickle to the leg, and this is what he does so well, Mohammad Nadim. 6 of 17, but he's still dominating the affairs in the middle. 10 overs done, 42 for the loss of 3. Royal Oman Stallions. Halfway mark and 42 for the loss of 3. Royal Oman Stallions are looking to build a partnership here. And talking about partnership, Mudassar Ali Qureshi joins me in the com box. Welcome, Mudipa.
Thank you, Pranav.
What an incredible strike. Over the top, over covers. Will be stopped, but still a couple of runs. Incredible striking from Mohammad Nadim.
One player who can get runs on this rank turner surface where boundaries are hard to come. He's an artist when it comes to milking those singles, Mohammad Nadim. And providing support is Jiten Kumar Ramanandi.
And believe it or not, he's been dropped twice. Catches which the under 11s wouldn't drop. On the first occasion, it was Asif Khan Pathan who dropped him at slip. It was looped and he made a mockery of that catch. And after that, Ibrar at short fine once again looped and he gave the sun as an excuse. Flicked on the leg for a single. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi is doing well here.
And learning that art of taking singles from the master is the student, Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. This is the beauty of this game. It's not only about getting those maximums and boundaries, Pranav.
Vibes are shared. This is what makes him special. Mohammad Nadim loves to sweep and sweeps really well. It is salt on the wound of Renaissance Challengers at the moment.
Oh, beautifully managed. old-fashioned sweep shot, rolling his wrist and played away from the reach of fine leg fielder, and also far from the deep square leg fielder. A boundary brings 50 for Royal Oman Stallions.
The problem is that they can't have 5 fielders inside the circle with the quality of Mohammad Nadim. And if they have 4 fielders inside the circle, Mohammad Nadim keeps milking those singles. So they just don't know how much of a misery they've put themselves into.
Even when the surface is supporting the spinners, they're on the back foot because it's Mohammad Nadim who is getting those runs.
They need this wicket. Look at that shot. Look at innovation at its best. Mohammad Nadim is playing and toying with the field at the moment. Oh, a little bit of a mix-up and it won't be dangerous. Mohammad Nadim, 2 runs.
90s boy. Played a lot of 4-day cricket back home in Pakistan. He's known as a legend in this region. Came in 2009 for a career. And now he's a stalwart when we talk about that middle order.
He is playing those paddles at will at the moment. Not able to connect on this occasion, but he's toying with Amir Shah at the moment. He no clue whatsoever is Amir Shah. 11 overs done, 52 for the loss of 3. Wonder if it would be right in saying that Mohammad Nadim is a youngster to Jamil Zaidi. You would have seen him grow right in front of him. And just like a child doesn't grow to his parents, Mohammad Nadim might have not grown with Jamil Zaidi seeing him grow in front of his eyes. Single to long on. What's your thought on that?
The parents have special liking for the kids, especially for the younger ones. And when we talk about the kids where they grown up in front of Jamil sir, Nadim and Mehran, but Mehran is
The
a
naughty
bit
child?
of liking of Jamil sir. But that said, he always prays. He has some high regards for Mohammad Nadim, the way he managed himself in this long career without a single controversy.
Two very... Oh, pulled well. Nadim will be distraught with Nadim striking Nadim. And that's a Nadim shot.
Oh, beautifully managed. A knock to remember in this edition of Oman D20. See, he forced Nadim to bowl that quicker delivery, trying something new, and he converted that into a maximum. Beautiful piece of batting by Mohammad Nadim.
Swept well. Back-to-back boundaries for Mohammad Nadim, and he's making a mockery. He's spraying salt on the wounds of Renaissance challengers who've dropped him twice.
Picking those crucial singles couple of overs ago. Now all of a sudden, the momentum shifting in favor of Royal Oman Stallions with those maximum and a boundary from the blade of Mohammad Nadim. It's a run ball 26. A gritty knock continues by Mohammad Nadim.
And more longer that Mohammad Nadim is able to stay in the middle, Asif Khan Pathan and Ibrar will be looking for a corner to hide their faces in. Playing some good quality cricket is Mohammad Nadim at the moment. 12 overs done, 63 for the loss of 3. For the very first time in 12 overs, Royal Oman Stallions are in excess of that 5 runs per over mark. And all of a sudden, Renaissance Challengers will be feeling an extra bit of heat in the middle. Jitin Kumar Ramanandi is doing a good job here. Picking singles at will. Just not having any kind of answers. Renaissance Challengers to the quality of Jitin Kumar Ramanandi and Mohammad Nadim, especially Mohammad Nadim, who's almost close to run a ball at the moment. 26 of 28. Amanullah into his final over of the spell. Lovely, incredible 360 degrees available for Mohammad Nadim. He can play anywhere, and that's why he's lethal. Four fielders inside the circle for Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. And he's happy and content to be picking up singles.
The spotlight has been taken by Mohammad Nadim, but at the other end, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. We all know he is an aggressive batter, but keeping in mind the conditions and the situation, he's batting extremely well.
Let's not forget that the two captains of Royal Oman Stallions are batting together in the middle. Yesterday that Mohammad Nadim was taking a rest, it was Jitin Kumar Ramanandi who was leading the side. And that's where he would be having that extra bit of positiveness. Positiveness is the right word. A little extra responsibility. Once again, drilled to long on for a single. This is great batting from two very good batters. 13 overs done, 68 for the loss of 3. Sufyan Mahmood will come into the attack for the very first time in this game from the Oman LNG end. They need a wicket here. Driven to long on for a single. This is where Sufyan is really good. He has those change of paces on offer. There is a little bit of grip, there is a little bit of turn in the wicket, and that's where you need to capitalize on it.
Well, he's known for bowling those cutters, and if he can pitch it on the right length and channel, he can trouble Mohammad Nadim. Oh, what a take! Sufyan Mahmood. Yet again he strikes, trying to be cheeky, trying to play late. Hamad Mirza is having a wonderful outing behind the stumps. It was travelling like a bullet. But what a take by Mirza.
They needed a moment of brilliance, and that is exactly what is provided by Hamad Mirza. It was intentional, and the reflexes of Hamad Mirza was the major factor in him holding on to that catch. Those are the kind of catches which just hold on to the hand. And that's where Hamad Mirza, excellent stuff from him to get the back of the most experienced player on the ground. Mohammad Nadim walks back to the dugout. And all of a sudden, Royal Oman Stallions are 4 down. Sufyan Mahmood. Quick single to get off the mark for Vinayak Shukla. This is an important juncture in this game, Mudipa, especially with Vinayak Shukla coming in the middle, and that's the reason why he had to come in the middle. What an incredible catch. Look at the reflexes of Hamad Mirza. A national treasure, and for a reason.
Got runs in the previous game, and clearly that confidence we can see in his wicket keeping skills as well.
With Asia Cup just around the corner, love seeing those national treasures making it count. They're all preparing for it, they're all auditioning for it.
Not only for them, but also it's a good news for coaches as well as selectors. It makes their job a bit easy. But looking at this tournament, the performances, it won't be easy, I believe.
I feel it makes it tough because everybody is in the mix of things. Everybody wants a piece of that cake. It's a delicious one. Wonder what flavor is it?
It's a mix of runs and wickets. Oh, look at that.
We were just talking about this. This is what Sufyan Mahmood can do. The grip, the turn. That's what makes him really special.
Testing times. Not an easy surface to bat on. Said that Mohammad Nadim showed his class. Not only he got those runs by getting those singles, but also those out boundaries at a maximum.
Look at the bounce. Look at the sudden deviation of the delivery. Mohammad Nadim was a crucial wicket. This is even more important. And we'll know why in the next over. 14 overs done, 72 for the loss of 4. At the moment, Amir Shah comes into the attack. I haven't seen much of Hanif in this game.
Hanif has been rested in today's game. Amir Shah into his fourth over. Inside out. Good use of the feet. By Vinayak Shukla, yes and no. There was never the second run. The last 6 overs. They did all the hard work, though they put almost 3 catches down. But still that run rate is in control. All they need is to get these 2 wickets quickly, and the process keep Royal Oman Stallions under 110, 105. He'll be targeting that leg side area. Oh, drill down the ground. What a stroke, what a strike from Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. Adjusted himself quite well. And 4 runs, a much needed boundary for Jiten and for Stallions.
This is what is special about Royal Oman Stallions. You put them on difficult wickets, they'll still find way to score. They'll always be one of those elite competitors. And that's because of the variety that they have in their batting. They'll go all guns blazing, they'll grill. Looking for a big shot. It's going to be the wicket, the big wicket of Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, who is looking to cut loose, and that's where a deflection of his bat is going to be on the stumps.
Not an easy surface. Got a beautiful boundary on the previous delivery. Now trying to go towards that deep mid-wicket. So 2 set batters are back in the pavilion. He shuffled a lot. Not able to read that line, the height of this delivery, and chopped on Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. So another wicket falls.
In walks Ved Prakash at number 7. He was in the mix of things yesterday. Did get some good runs. And at number 7 today.
If I'm not mistaken, he got 40 odd runs batting at top of the order. But good to see. They gave him another opportunity by giving that place in the playing 11.
Not easy. Not easy. This is not one of that wicket where you can just come and dominate. And Ved Prakash will learn it in the toughest of fashions. He's here because Jiten Kumar Ramanandi chopped on. Shuffling across, looking for a big heave and an inside edge onto the stumps. It all comes down to Vinayak Shukla and what he can provide in the final 5. But at the moment, a little bit of a yes and no between both those batters. Unfortunately, no damage done because of a misfield from Asif Khan Patani. He's not having the best of days in the field. Did drop that catch of Mohammad Nadim. And on this occasion, a good bit of fielding could have had Ved Prakash back to the dugout. But all said and done, that wicket of Jiten Kumar Ramanandi and 5 runs so far from Amir Shah. And that's where it will stay. So 77 for the loss of 5 at the end of 15.
15 overs up, 77 for the loss of 5 wickets. Royal Oman Stallions, and they're struggling to get going at the moment. Wickets falling at regular intervals. Joining me in the comm box is senior statesman Jamil Zaidi. Sufyan Mahmood being introduced into the attack. So this is probably the right ploy, especially at this stage with 5 overs to go and under the pump, Royal Oman Stallions.
Definitely, yes. They are on top at the moment. Sufyan Mahmood got the prize wicket of Mohammad Nadim. And some unexpected fielding from Renaissance Challengers. A couple of catches dropped. Things would have been a little better for Renaissance Challengers compared to Royal Italians, because Nadim played a superb knock, as is always. Cool customer, going for any conditions, whether pressure, it has played his own game. And today did the same thing. 2 wickets down in 10 and 12 runs, and now he came and took the score to approximately 78 now.
Oh, he looks to hit that towards the onside. All he gets is air at the moment. Plenty of uninteresting cricket at the moment. There's not many runs coming. Even the shots are not being connected by the Royal Oman Stallion batters. What is it that's happening out there? Is there a lot of turn? Is there a little bit of uncertainty or doubt in the batter? Is that the case, or is it just some good bowling by the RCs at the moment?
Absolutely. The great bowling from Renaissance Challengers, and of course there is a lot of turn from the Oman LNG end, and some reckless shots from the batters also. So all these reasons were there. This time once again he applied to cut it. The ball is coming very slow, off the wicket, and there's a lot of turn for the left-handers on the other end.
As a batter, what sort of adjustments are required whenever you have encountered pitches like these, or when you encounter surfaces like these? You've lost 5 wickets, and if you look to attack further or play, quite freely, you might end up losing more wickets. So is this the right approach that the Royal Oman Stallions have at the moment?
Well, to be honest with you, depends upon the teams how much strength they do have in the batting lineup. Currently, half of the team back in the dugout. The only way for them to stay and play 20 overs.
Looking to come down the track, and this time around he's just lifted it inside out by Vinayak Shukla. He is in good form, and he's a very, very exciting cricketer to watch, especially when he is looking to hit it that way. Powerful strike by Vinayak Shukla. Have a look at that.
Beautifully played. As I was mentioning earlier, that the batters had to come, play their natural game. Of course, the pressure is there, but certain boundaries like this will definitely enhance their confidence to go for some more runs.
Oh, brilliant comeback from Sufyan Mahmood. He's looking to attack the stumps, and this is absolutely ordinary. A moment of brilliance followed by some ordinary efforts there. Sufyan Mahmood will not be pleased, because he certainly had Vinayak Shukla troubled in that delivery.
Yes, the brilliant bowled by Sufyan Mahmood, beaten the batter outside the off stump, and rush of blood. Hammam Mirza got a single for them. And what a brilliant comeback by Ahmad Mirza. Yesterday scored around 60 runs, and today took that blinder for Mohammad Nadim to go back to the dugout. Things are going good for him, because he was not at all happy from the last couple of matches.
Yeah, for Ved Prakash Jaiswal now, third man is outside on the boundary ropes, and so is extra cover. Once again targeting that full length delivery, and he'll look at him, Ved Prakash Jaiswal. He's struggling.
He's playing recklessly. He should at least give respect to the bowler who's doing superb job. End of over number 16. It is 84 for 5, Royal Stallions.
16 gone, 84 for the loss of 5 wickets, Royal Oman Stallions, and they're finding it very, very hard at the moment to, get going, especially now that you can say officially the death overs have begun. Yeah, he's guided that. Still going to be only a single as the fielder was quick on to it.
Lot of turn on the wicket, especially from the Oman LNG. Look at that delivery which Nadim bowled. And the batter waited for it. And the last moment guided the ball towards the third man.
Oh, once again, just looks to slog it out of the park at the moment. Ved Prakash Jaiswal is struggling. 1 of 7 deliveries at this stage. This will not help the Royal Oman Stallions. 85 at the moment, not looking very pretty. They need to cross the 3-figure mark from here onwards.
Yes, absolutely. Some heroics to be done by the batters now.
An extra fielder added to the offside. Backward point. Oh, big appeal. Was excited for a fair bit amount of time, then realizing that the impact was outside off, so then just order was restored. But Nadim has bowled well, 1 for 14, and on this sort of a wicket, he's probably done his thing. He's in his last over of his spell. Once again, just looking to throw that kitchen sink in. Vinayak Shukla, he's got a good boundary for himself in the last over, and he'll have to keep calm because he's absolutely key here for ROS. Looking to charge down the track straight in the hands of the fielder at long off.
Yes. Brilliant bowling from Nadim. And what a drastic change in the behavior of the wicket. I mean, last 2 days almost belongs to the fast bowlers. From yesterday night, the ball started turning.
Oh, absolutely. Once again, another chance for Asif Khan Pathan. He's just not having a great day out there in the field. It's come to a point where things are starting to look hilarious. 17 gone, 88 for the loss of 5, Royal Oman Stallions. (17 overs and 88 for the loss of 5 wickets. Royal Oman Stallions at the moment. Sufyan Mahmood will continue to do that good work he's been doing all this while. Tad bit full, and finally Ved Prakash Jaiswal has found an answer to those sort of deliveries, putting it away towards the deep mid-wicket region for a couple of runs.
One of the batters has to do the same thing to attack the bowlers, because they need runs on the board, which is very, very important for them. But again, it's great bowling by Renaissance Challengers bowlers, especially Sufyan and early Amir and Nadim, making it difficult for the Royal Stallion batters to go for the runs.
Oh, big shot. Fielder looking to collect it, but no, it's going to end up with him on one bounce. We've also forgotten, I think, Amanullah Rafiqi. Very, very economical. Didn't give anything away, and he also picked up a wicket. Yes, one boundary perhaps in his over, but otherwise there's been nothing from Amanullah Rafiqi. He'll probably come to bowl that penultimate over as well as a reward. Let's have a look before that.
He is the one who started the onslaught for Royal Stallions, got the first wicket, Amanullah Rafiqi, and then on it was all Nadim and Amir Shah and Sufyan.
Interesting field for Vinayak Shukla. Everyone at the catching zones. He decides to drill it straight down the ground, looking for that second. Oh, this is absolutely horrendous. needless here from Ved Prakash Jaiswal. Not looking at the danger end at all, not looking at his partner, and not at all good communication with the non-striker. He's going to be run out, and he's going to be very, very frustrated, especially when he looks at the replay for this.
Wow. A suicidal run out. Last nail almost, you can say, in the Royal Stallions camp. He didn't even look at the non-striker's end. Look at that one. First he played it out. Got the first single very, very fast. And then bowler picked up and never saw. And almost got to shake hands with the striker's end. What a loss for Stallions at this moment of the game when they do need someone to carry on the scoreboard. Bad run out.
Royal Oman Stallions 92 for 6. Now the wickets tumbling, but certainly not too much value on those wickets because it's the fag end of the innings. At the moment, what holds value are those sixes and fours and scoring in multiples. Let's have a look at that field for Hasnain Ali Shah, the new batter out. We've got that cow corner located on the boundary ropes. Long on, long off are at the boundary ropes. Cover is there outside, and so is third man. Decides to thump that towards long on, only for a single though.
Stallions will be looking to a stand shot to use long handle, get some maximums.
Have a look at that run out once again. Did well to strike that ball, Vinayak Shukla, and Vinayak Shukla certainly knew that there was no run available. He himself was quite surprised that Ved Prakash Jaiswal was looking for that second run. Oh, big shot, this time down the ground. A fielder looking to get underneath it. A diving effort, but that's not going to stop Vinayak Shukla from crossing the boundary ropes.
Well, great effort by the fielder at the long off, but 4 runs, much needed runs for Australians.
Yeah, so it certainly does seem inevitable that they're going to be crossing the 3-figure mark. 97 now, that boundary takes Royal Oman Stallions very, very close to 100.
Runs for the Stallions at the moment. And challengers looking for the wicket. Sufyan is once again showing his class of the most experienced player in Royal Residence Challengers.
Oh, big shot, targeting that shorter boundary, or rather the seemingly shorter boundary. He'll get as much as 6 on this, so quite an expensive over for Sufyan Mahmood. He's gone for quite a bit here.
Onslaught from the Royals. Look at that one, picked up from outside the offer stump towards the mid-wicket boundary for the maximum. That's what I'm talking about, their batting strength. End of over number 18.
A little bit of pace here in the form of Ibrar Hussain, and he is being asked to bowl that penultimate over. Normally you would have your best bowler bowl that, but Mohammad Hamad Ifraq has decided that Ibrar will bowl this one. Down the ground, drilled, fielder looking to stop that. Nadim will make sure that they keep it down only to a single, but what happens here is that Vinayak Shukla will be on strike, and he's striking the ball well.
He's always the person who came at the right time when the team badly needed his brilliant batting. He come and proved that yes, he is the most valuable batter for Royal Stallions.
Also, Hasnain Ali Shah, no stranger to hitting some big sixes. Oh, another one. Very, very well placed. There is no fielder over there, and he certainly knew that. Took the aerial route, and he knew that this was going to be some easy pickings. That lack of pace in Ibrar Hussein's bowling, probably making it very, very easy for Vinayak Shukla to capitalize.
Masterly stroke from Vinayak Shukla. Absolutely thrilling to see him. No pressure. Look at that one. Down the leg side, put one leg down and just picked it up beautifully over to the fine leg boundary for 4.
Ibrar Hussain, he'll have to come back very well now. Yeah, he certainly nailed that block hole. Couldn't prevent a single. And just like that, Royal Oman Stallions have crossed that 100-figure mark. So the psychological advantage for the Stallions will be absolutely key once they head back into the dressing room. Still plenty of time. Still as many as 7 or 8 balls remaining in the over, or rather 9 balls remaining in this innings. Oh, big. This is monstrous. All you can do is just keep staring at the sky until your neck starts hurting, because this was absolutely clobbered.
That's a class. That's a class. Superb class. Way outside the off-stump ball, and he just picked up brilliantly. Perfect timing. And the mighty one.
Have a look at that once again. Dug it in short. Absolutely nothing here from Ibrar Hussain. Not threatening at all. Hasnain Ali Shah backs himself and scores that monstrous hit towards the deep mid-wicket region. Good stuff. Looks to play over covers, unable to do so. New bat there for Hasnain Ali Shah, I believe. It's shining under the afternoon sun, gleaming rather.
That has to produce some more. Couple of maximum with the new bat, as you said. Bat shined with the ball as well.
Would you play with a new bat anytime? As soon as you've gotten one for yourself?
I always try to play with one bat, unless there's something, the bat is broken or something happen, otherwise never change.
Oh, I think he's taken. No, oh yes, now the umpire lifts his finger up. So finally, Ibrar Hussain gets some positivity in those figures for himself. Last ball wicket for Ibrar Hussain, has Hasnain Ali Shah has probably done a little bit of range hitting, or rather knocking practice for his new bat, but now has to head back into the dugout.
So as you said, bat did not use itself in this competition from Hasnain Shah, and wicket number 7 went down for Stallions, 115 for 7.
New man in, Karthik, and it's at the stroke of the 19th over, the last over of this innings. The right person on strike, perhaps Vinayak Shukla. He's going to be up against Sufyan Mahmood, who knows how to bowl and operate in the death overs ever so often. So there's going to be a good contest. Oh, well dug out. And at the same time, what a delivery from Sufyan Mahmood. He certainly knows how to go about these death overs, doesn't he? Some good decent balls from Sufyan Mahmood, and it does seem to be that he is looking to specialize in certain situations. Whenever the captain needs a wicket, he looks to Sufyan Mahmood. Whenever you want to apply breaks in the death overs and not allow the batters to score some extra runs, you've got that person, Sufyan Mahmood. Let's have a look at his fielding. as well.
Well,
Good setup over here.
Absolutely, yes. Very difficult bowler to hit from early batter. Always using his mind. Look at that one. He's tried to bowl it to Yorker outside the off stump. Always thinking bowler, very difficult for him. So much variation in his bowling. The batter's always guessing which ball will be coming to the next. Absolutely brilliant all-rounder Sufyan Mahmood.
It's not even the change-up actually. It's not those slower balls or off cutters. It's just that he's bowling with decent pace, decent medium pace, and getting those variations to work and do his way. Block hole deliveries are absolute gold at this stage. Once again, he's just nailing that block hole, ball after ball after ball. It's quite amazing the way Sufyan Mahmood is doing what Sufyan Mahmood is doing at the moment.
Well, he's such meaningful bowler for any team with all experience behind. Playing for any team, he's giving it 100%. Especially bowling is outclass.
Quite a value cricketer, Sufyan Mahmood. Very, very interesting character and gives it his all every time he comes out on the field. Once again, it's that wide-ish block hole delivery. At the moment, dealing in singles, Royal Oman Stallions, and unable to answer the questions that Sufyan Mahmood is asking.
He's keeping quiet. Vinay Shukla, who was on song at the last over, a maximum and a boundary, but he's not giving him any chance, trying to bowl within the block holes.
I believe a short ball should be coming up very soon. Oh no, he still sticks to that wide Yorker, and of course, it's going to be a wicket. It's going to be a run out rather, looking to rotate strike. And what's going to happen is going to be a run out for Vinayak Shukla now. The umpire just waiting to understand who did what over there, and Vinayak Shukla will be judged out there as he's probably facing and crossing the line. So this is a moment of concern here for Royal Oman Stallions. They did manage to come back into this innings, get to that 100-run mark, score a few big sixes, 118 now with one ball to go. But then they certainly could have got much more.
Thanks to some fine batting from the skipper Mohammad Nadim and some hard hitting by Vinay Shukla. He wanted to face the last delivery of this final over, and there was not quite good response from the striker. Otherwise could have been a run, but once again great work done by Hamad Mirza.
Yeah, in time, just throwing the ball at the stumps, and was very accurate. He had 3 stumps to aim at though. In the air. And how often have you seen this? Sufyan Mahmood will end with a wicket. And this is exemplary death bowl or death over bowling from Sufyan Mahmood. It's a hot afternoon, mind you, and keeping his cool is Sufyan Mahmood.
Outside the office, we know he is going to be hit by the batter. We bowl outside the office stump and the ball top edge to the waiting ends at the gully. End of over, wicket number 9 for Royal Stallions. And a superb performance from Renaissance Challengers bowlers. Though a couple of missed chances, but they come back quickly. And I think it is going to be a very good match.
Right then, we've just seen and witnessed some seesaw sort of an innings from the Royal Oman Stallions. Have a look at that batting scorecard. Junaid 2, Shah Rukh Khan 10 for 9 deliveries. Karun Sonavle in single digits, but then Nadim, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi and Vinayak Shukla all got starts and tried to settle down in the middle order. Ved Prakash Jaiswal was struggling 5 for 11. Hasnain Ali Shah scored a monstrous 6, but then was dismissed very soon after. 4 extras, leading to 118 for the loss of 9 wickets.
Excellent bowling from Renaissance Challengers. Bowlers starting from Ibrar, who got 1 for 26. Amanullah Rafiqi got the first wicket, 1 for 15. Nadim Khan 1 for 16. And Saeed Amir got 2 for 24. And last it was Sufyan Mahmood who got 2 for 28. 118 for 9 Royal Challengers with 4 extras.
So here's how things transpired. Slow bowling from both ends, and immediately there were some exciting wickets to witness. The openers got bundled out cheaply. A little bit of good hitting by the left-hander, but not after that. Very soon he was stumped. Syed Amir Shah then got into the act. Hamad Mirza was very, very busy as a keeper this afternoon. Some good shots, square of the wicket of the spinners, especially when Nadim got into the act. Otherwise, the goings were absolutely very, very slow for the Royal Oman Stallions. Some good runs, and then finally Sufyan Mahmood, as usual, the golden arm of Sufyan Mahmood getting into the act. He got a little bit of treatment in one of the overs down the ground, and then that run out of Vinayak Shukla, or rather Ved Prakash Jaiswal, unnecessary, looking to get that extra run. Vinayak Shukla then hit some monstrous shots, both towards the leg side, and then Hasnain hit one into the orbit towards that deep mid-wicket area, and then had to depart. The last batter, that was Vinayak Shukla's wicket, and then finally that last ball of Sufyan Mahmood ending up into the hands of Junaid. Right then, that first innings, we'll certainly figure out whether the Renaissance Challengers can chase down this sort of a total, and it's only going to be after a short break. Do stay tuned.
He has timed that one well. Passes the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is. He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.
Good evening and welcome back. This is the Oman Cricket Academy and the Oman D20, powered by Fancode. And what an interesting game we have up our hands here. Royal Oman Stallions clashing with Renaissance Challengers, and put into bat first. Royal Oman Stallions could manage 118, and it's an interesting target. It was on the back of Mohammad Nadim, 28 of 32, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi, 24 of 27, and Vinayak Shukla playing that cameo, all-important cameo of 28 of 17. And that's where they're a champion side. It's a wicket that is turning and turning sharp. They did use their depth to their advantage, did throw the kitchen sink at everything, and that's where 118, a very good score on this wicket, which is turning sharp. Talking about turning sharp, spinners did play a big role. Syed Amir, 2 wickets for him. Nadeem Khan getting a wicket to himself. Amanullah getting a wicket to himself as well, and the pacers did pitch in as well. Sufyan Mahmood and his armory got 2 wickets for himself, and Ibrar did get that early wicket. But all said and done, 118 on the board, 119 to win. With me in the comm box, the experienced campaigner, the man who's been around for a very long time, and he's seen a lot of cricket in his days, Jamil Zaidi. Jamie boy, how are you doing today?
Thank you, Pranav. Absolutely thrilled doing com with you. Yes, today's wicket looks to be really for the spinner's paradise. We're talking about batting paradise, and today it is turning. What a drastic change in the behavior of the wicket. Now, the day 1, day 2 belong to the fast bowlers, and from yesterday the ball start turning, and that is only from the one end. That is Oman LNGN.
Absolutely, and that could very well be because of that heat beating up. The sun has been harsh. Karthik, the mystery spinner for Royal Oman Stallions, opening the bowling from the Oman LNG end. As you just suggested, something special for the spinners from the Oman LNG end.
It's turning a lot. You have seen Nadim turning, Amir turning the ball quite a lot. Amanullah turning a lot. And let's see how Royal Stallion spinners exploit those conditions from that end only.
And this is a good decision by Renaissance Challengers to put Usman Shah probably a little later in the innings, opening the batting with Prithvi Machi and Junaid Jan. Both these left-handers have been around for a very long time in Oman. And some amount of turn immediately.
Good bowling from Karthik.
What kind of a captain are you? Fast bowlers, spinners captain? What kind of bowlers do you like?
Quite interesting question from you. I'll let you know after this delivery. I like both. You know why? Whenever I was the captain, I want the fast bowlers to at least get me at least 2 to 3 wickets.
Right.
And later on, of course, it's the spinners, and on the death overs, obviously, the experience of the fast bowler is required.
I really feel that this is that kind of a wicket where if you're playing 5 spinners, you can still win the game, and win the game more handsomely than what you could with using pacers. And that's where you're seeing Karthik opening the bowling straight away with spin. No! Oh, a little bit of a mix-up. Won't do the damage. He's quick between the wickets, Prithvi Machi. And that's where the pressure will be on Junaid Jan to match him.
And the wicket also, pace of the wicket is also become very slow. Ball is coming very late onto the bat. You have to wait for the ball to come and then play your shot.
Horses for courses. Sufyan Mahmood was exceptional with his change of pace. In the first inning, cut well. And this is good fielding to keep it down to a dot ball.
I think Royal Stallions had to put a lot of hard work in the middle to defend this, what you call a decent total.
It is decent. I think it is probably 15 runs too many for Renaissance Challenges, because it is that kind of a wicket where shot making is not really easy. And that's where you have to apply yourself. We've seen that happen with the quality of Mohammad Nadim in the first innings. Vinayak Shukla using his experience to his advantage. And that's where it's going to be a very difficult run chase for Renaissance Challengers, who aren't in the mix of things. 2 runs of the first over. Yes, it is a spinner's track, but it is so difficult to keep Hasnain out of the equation. He's one of those lethal assets of the national side, and in the domestic circuit, he's priceless. Comes in from the Oman end.
Absolutely brilliant all-rounder. Comes into bat, later stage of the game, uses long handles, gets some maximum for the team, and the bowling is outstandingly fierce. Good pace.
And that 6 of his, it was dispatched to probably another orbit. Incredible power, Hasnain. We have a lot of Hasnain here. Hasnain Ali Shah, Hasnain Wahab. In the air. Oh, they have just a little bit of a brain fade movement at the time. Wonder who that is. I'm not really sure, but this is disappointing. This is something very similar to what happened in the first innings.
Well, totally the simplest of the catches in the covers, and it's been spilled out.
Wonder what kind of biryani both the teams have had, because first innings, Asif Khan Pathan, Ibrar dropping the easiest of catches of Mohammad Nadim, and here Royal Oman Stallions returning the favour with a drop catch. Quick single. They'll get there.
Oily biryani they must have it, because it's at your fingers and you're not catching the ball. But it is very, very strange as far as the Royal Stallions has gone. Such a simplest of the catches. And the other than it was Renaissance Challengers who dropped two simplest of the hitters of the catches.
I understand difficult catches going down, but all these 3 catches that I'm talking about, Asif Khan Pathan, Ibrar, and this catch at cover, I've not seen easier catches than this. At this level, you cannot be dropping catches like those. Those are criminal catches. Big mistakes. Over the top. This ball is travelling and travelling quickly towards the boundary, but it will be cut off and kept it down to 2.
I really like the approach of this batter Prithvi. I mean, he never bowed down, comes and start playing his innings, getting runs. Absolutely a thrill to watch him.
Hasnain could very well have had 1 wicket to his name, and then the following deliveries could have been dot balls. But at the moment, 4 runs off his 3 deliveries that he's bowled. He will be asking the question that what more can I do right? Oh, big appeal. Probably pitching outside the leg stump. Animated character, Hasnain.
Always trying his best. Trying to heart out to get some wicket, and of course not to give the batters chance to hit him out with his pace variations. Blistering pace Hassan has got. This time on the up, played it out towards the extra cover boundary. First four for Reliance Challengers.
This will be disturbing. This will be annoying. Because all of a sudden, rocked on the front foot, and Prithvi Machi, who could very well have been back to the dugout, is destroying the Royal Oman Stallions at the moment.
Beautifully played by Prithvi Machi.
Hasnain fended and winds that over up, but 7 runs from that over of Hasnain, and it's an expensive one considering the context of this game. 9 runs without a loss at the end of 2.
Once again, brilliant ball by Karthik, wrapped on the pad, turning away from the left-hander. Good bowling from Karthik. Junaid is still on 2.
That'll go through. Effective runs will be a boundary, and it's going to be in terms of some buys. Vinayak Shukla missing this one.
Very rare from Nat Shukla, a very experienced wicketkeeper. Maybe the ball turns too much even from his left hand and goes to the boundary for 4. Welcome runs for United Challengers.
Need a wicket here. Desperate times. Look at the delivery. Sharp turner. Karthik. How can you pick up a wicket here, Jamil bhai? What would you have done?
I think right thing is done by the Royal Stallion skipper. This comes down the wicket in the air. And it was once again, could have been if the fielder tried to get it done. Come and attack the bowlers at the moment because they are putting too much pressure on them. Here, use feet, come down and play the spinners.
Can't believe my eyes. Royal Oman Stallions, one of the premium sides when it's spoken about fielding. And today too, this one was a little tougher than the previous one, but the regulation catches have to be held on. Slip comes out. Fired in, and it's only going to be a dot ball.
Very good bowling from Karthik. taking a maximum use of the wicket, is helping the spinners from both ends now.
It's a dot ball to wind that over up, but still 6 runs on offer from Royal Oman Stallions to Renaissance Challengers. 15 for no loss at the end of 3. They need a wicket, and someone similar to Sufyan Mahmood. Jitin Kumar Ramanandi comes in from the Oman tail end. Two very similar kind of bowlers.
One is right-hander and he's the left-hander.
Inside edge, and this will go to the boundary. Jitin Kumar Ramanandi wouldn't mind it because Prithvi Machi is looking to force the proceedings.
Well, I think the right approach for Prithvi is always like that. Come this time, take the bottom part of the bat and come to the fine leg boundary for 4. Anyway, runs are more important at the moment for Renaissance Challengers.
When Akshakla comes closer to the stumps, they're very similar in terms of approach. Little bit of a swing, gentle medium pace, and then the cutters coming to their assistance. Angling away from the left-hander on this occasion. This should keep Prithvi Machi in the crease. And that's very important for some gentle medium pace bowlers, especially Jitin Kumar Ramanandi.
He's an experienced guy and know how the Prithvi is used to come and attack the bowlers. So he has to use his variations from Jitin Kumar.
Flicked on the leg. This is good cricket. Very good cricket from Prithvi Machi.
Taking the pressure off. Go for the singles. Give chance to Junaid to come. Rotate their strike. Get singles as and when they need to. Run hard.
When you Matthews, watching the game very closely, the manager of Royal Oman Stallions. He's been a big supporter of cricket over the past decade.
Absolutely. Cricket crazy.
One of the most experienced managers as well. Knows a thing or two about building sides and coordinating sides, managing sides, and building a side of champions. That's what he does, Veenu Matthews.
Great hard-working gentleman. Everybody respects him. All the teams with his smiling face.
Always smiling. You're so right there. And it's not easy. Especially to manage cricketers. You can manage probably any kind of workforce working for you, but cricketers are a different ploy, different category. Looking for a quick single, won't be on this occasion though.
Talking about the cricketers, but now I think the current lot of the cricketers are very, very disciplined.
Millennials?
They like to respect, and that's a good thing as far as the players and the management concerned.
I really want to disagree with you, Jamil, by the current law that the modern day cricketers are very demanding. They wouldn't compromise with anything. Back in the day, you tell a cricketer that this is what you will get and they will accept and appreciate. But with the number of opportunities they have now, they want the perfect And we'll talk more about it. 4 overs gone, 22 for no loss at the end of 4.
Talking about the players' discipline, I'm talking about the players in the field, in the dugout, off the field, of course, that they do have their own life.
You're right, and in that factor, the kind of fitness, the kind of commitment that the modern day cricketers have, that was certainly not evident back in 1990s, close to 2000s. Almost every other cricketer that you see in the modern era has a six-pack. Very focused on fitness. Slog sweep. High up in the air, it's in the gap. And it's going to travel as well. Only close to the boundary line. So 2 more to the account of Junaid Jan, who's looking to make it count. He's a better player of spin in comparison to Prithvi Machi, coming from the streets of Pakistan, where spin is a dominating factor.
Well, I think today's wicket is definitely a very, very turning wicket. The reason why he tried to slog it over to mid-wicket, the ball turns a lot and couldn't come in the middle of the bat.
It's a great idea to play with the cross batted. Even this shot of his, playing it with the cross bat. And that's where maximum opportunity for ball to connect onto the bat.
The only thing is that for now the ball is turning a lot. You're right.
Inside out, this is elegant stuff from Junaid Jan. It will get to the boundary. One of the better shots that Junaid Jan would have played in the last year.
Absolutely brilliant. This is the stuff. He just played with the spin, come down the wicket, open the face of the bat, over to the extra cover.
This is a very good shot. Extremely well played. Just a bounce into the boundary. Saad Baggar, I think, was a fielder there. Looking for a quick single, won't be on this occasion, and a little bit of a misfield. Still doesn't do any damage. Runs coming for Renaissance Challengers, and that'll make them a little comfortable.
Well, the run rate is quite satisfactory at the moment.
Need a wicket here. Royal Oman Stallions need a wicket here. They are a side that can pull back in the last 5 overs, but at the moment, Renaissance Challengers are looking good. Very comfortable. 7 runs of this over already. Still a ball to go. And well fended. Oh, there's a mix-up. And once again, it won't do any kind of damage. So a lot of yes and a lot of no's in the middle, and 5 overs done. 29 for no loss, Renaissance Challengers, and this is going to be change in voices.
Five overs up, 29 for the loss of no wicket here for the Renaissance Challengers, and they might think that yes, they certainly are in control of this run chase. just like that, he's very, very attractive towards the offside and he knows how to crunch the ball. It's only a single, but the intention's very clear as far as Prithvi Machi is concerned. Also, intentions of my partner here, Mudassir Ali Qureshi, of enjoying his stay in Oman at the moment. Is the D20 treating you right?
Well, absolutely, I'm enjoying my stay, and thanks to my fellow commentators for always taking care of me. And this is why I always say, come to Oman, enjoy the nature and enjoy the game of cricket. Nature-wise, it's a bit hot, but yes, cricket-wise, you can enjoy. If you're sitting anywhere around the world, you can watch us live. And what a start has been provided by these two. And the surface now becoming slightly better for the batters in the second innings.
Looks to swing it really hard towards the leg side, unable to connect. Yes, of course, it's getting better for the batters, and I thought it was pretty much similar in the first innings as well. It's just that there are occasions when the ball is staying low, and that probably makes the batters feel a little bit uncertain. Apart from that, I really thought you would mention enjoy the hospitality.
I thought of saying that, but a number of times Pranav have mentioned about the hospitality here by the locals. Has been wonderful being part of Oman D20 edition and also to be part of this com box, where if at all I'm looking for hot tea, Jamil bhai make sure there's a kettle of tea available, and whenever I look for soft drinks, Amin is for sure he's there to help me out. And if I'm hungry, looking for a meal, then call Pranav Mehta. So you three of you have been very kind, I must say that. And whenever you guys visit Dubai, please don't call me. I'll be busy with my work.
Yeah, that's typical Moody Bhai. Very, very quiet over so far from Jitan Kumar Ramanandi. Oh, I think he's been sent back now. He wanted to look for the run there. Looking to rotate strike. Prithvi Machi, the left-hander. Very, very nimble and absolutely frustrated with his partner at the moment, Junaid. End of the power play, and Renaissance Challengers have ended it at 31 for no loss. New bowler Nadim will bring in plenty of experience, and he'll know what to do from here onwards, because not too long ago he was out there in the middle and struggling to score some quick runs. Oh, what a beautiful delivery to get started off with.
The search continues for that first wicket. And Nadim, he has been in terrific form with the ball. Especially that line and length has been key.
Very interesting at the moment, this game. No wickets, but even the runs are at a premium. In the air, oh, and just beats the fielder at mid-off. So finally, a much needed boundary for the Renaissance challengers. This is something that they were looking for.
Oh, look at that, leaning on to that front foot and driven nicely, keeping it away from the diving fielder. Always in command. High back left and a much needed boundary.
There's good intent here. Both batters not wasting too much time, and what's important is they haven't lost wickets, so whenever they are looking to take risks, things will look favourable. Quick single now.
They have got that boundary. In a low scoring game, all you need to do is rotate the strike.
At the moment, still a very, very healthy run rate. Yes, of course, we're done with the power play. Have a look at that field as well. So they know that they can work it around. A huge gap between mid-wicket and, of course, that long-on fielder. So you can always look to, I believe that was a covers, rather. Deep point and long off. You can always target those inside-out shots with that field inside the circle. Works away towards the onside.
Need to bat sensibly for another 6-7 overs. Because Royal Oman Stallions is a kind of a team, if you give them one opportunity to make a comeback, then they'll dominate. It has been the story so far in this tournament, as we have seen in the game against Majis Titans. From a comfortable position, Majis Titans went on to lose that game. 30 were needed in the last 30 balls with 6 wickets, and they lost that game by 10 runs.
Another single towards the onside. And what a game that was. All of a sudden, the pendulum shifting from one team to another. At one point, you thought that, yes, there would be one particular team who was in the driving seat, and then suddenly a flurry of wickets fall, and Majis Titans were nowhere in the game. And I still, whenever we have the discussion with one of our senior commentators here in the box, Mr. Jamil Zaidi, he says that whenever I leave the ground, I see the score in favor of a particular team, and then all of a sudden, halfway on my way home, I see that the team has lost the game. He has absolutely no clue. This is guided well towards fine leg, wonderfully tickled rather, not powered, and wonderful result for Prithvi Machi for a boundary.
Very watchful. A cautious start, 7 overs, 42, going at 6 runs per over, and plenty of runs from the first over of Nadim. Going has been good, 42 for no loss. Renaissance challenges at the end of over number 7.
If you're looking for a wicket, no better person than Yash's GL to be introduced into the attack. In the air, no fielder, a bit of a chase for that fielder Jaiswal, who was stationed at the boundary ropes, but he'll manage to prevent that boundary and only concede a single.
What an effort. A full length dive, patrolling that boundary region and saving runs. Yashash GL, he provides that extra pace. On this wicket, extra pace, for sure it will help the batters to get those runs.
Yeah, once again, that quick single, and this is what's going to help the Renaissance challengers in chipping away at that total. It's a very small total, so these singles are going to hurt Royal Oman Stallions quite a bit. And what makes it even more uncanny is that they haven't lost a wicket yet and haven't seemed to be in any sort of trouble till now, which is in stark contrast to when the Royal Oman Stallions were batting. There was always chances and things were happening out there for the bowlers. The spinners looked like kings out there in the middle.
This is the best start I got so far in this tournament. What an effort. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. Quick off the block. Saving that single.
There seemed to be a very, very relaxed dugout. The Renaissance challengers, they're smiling. They know they've got a task at hand, but they also know that if they pull off a win here, it's just going to be a very, very upsetting result for the Royal Oman Stallions, because this will certainly shake up things here at the second and third spot. Quick single, well responded, and I think they can go for the second as well. Misfield. It's going to hurt. Junaid and Prithvi both very, very good innings so far. They are not lagging too much behind. There are very few dot balls so far from the both of them.
Rightly said. I mean, Royal Oman Stallions, they cannot afford to lose this game, but they were put under pressure by these two batters.
Operating just a shade under 6 runs and over. Last ball of this particular over, and they'll certainly want to be looking to take some risks at least. They still have those options. With the pace bowlers, they can always back themselves and play a good, powerful shot. Use the pace and target some good little runs behind the stumps. Plenty of options available. Oh, catch it was a call. Straight into the hands of Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, waiting very, very well, and he's been absolutely effective at that backward point position. Junaid will be distraught because they were certainly going absolutely flawless until now.
Catching practice. The point position for Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. Trying to use that pace, trying to place towards the third man region. Not able to place it fine. And he finds the man Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. So the change works for Royal Oman Stallions. The search for that first wicket comes to an end. Junaid departs after making 20 odd runs.
New batter in Hamad Mirza, and he's come out there with a little bit of confidence because he scored some good runs, finally getting a few runs behind his back. At the moment the situation is different. They are in a run chase and all efforts must be towards reaching that target of 119.
For the first time, Sagar Parmar. I'm watching him bowling against left-hand batters. A brave move by Mohammad Nadim, I would say.
Where's our friend Pranav Mehta? He's been begging, he's been absolutely begging to get him. Have a look at that wicket once again. Looks to cut or looks to guide the ball behind the stumps for some extra runs, and all he does is just hold out to Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. at backward point. So good stuff here. Good result for Royal Oman Stallions. They've been looking and bowling very, very hard at the batters. Looks to take that quick single now.
The key will be the amount of dot deliveries they'll bowl at these batters. Rotating the strike, taking those singles, not playing too many dot deliveries compared to their previous games. Almost they played 60% dot deliveries.
Once again, just guides it behind the stumps for a single. This is good response here. Hamad Mirza immediately taking off the moment the batter just guided that ball behind. And Prithvi Machi responding. And that's absolutely gold here, a single at this stage.
He's a busy cricketer. Prithvi Machi, who loves always to be involved the game, taking those quick singles, getting those boundaries.
Yeah, good ball finally. Sagar Parmar. He's been amongst the wickets, hasn't he? Even though we do keep mocking, the tactics of Royal Oman Stallions. He's always been amongst the wickets, so it just makes me want to question as to what exactly are the matchups that Sagar Parmar has up against him.
Quicker delivery, ball just keeping a bit low, and that too, both the times. Finish kar de yahan pe. Majis Titans. They have 7 to 8 left-handed batters. That doesn't mean he cannot bowl at them. He's a quality spinner.
Guided towards the covers in the gap. Precision shot. A single to end the over. I think he's done really well. Yeah, just 4 runs off his first over. 50 for 1 after 9. Hamad Mirza and Prithvi Machi out there, and Yashas GL, who is always amongst the wickets whenever Royal Oman Stallions need it, is back in action. Oh, beautiful delivery, targeting the stumps. Had Hamad Mirza in some sort of a trouble.
One of the best pace batteries they have, the likes of Yashas GL, Hasnain, Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, and the experience of Mohammad Nadim, though he is not too quick with the pace, but he has that experience.
Oh, full delivery. Once again, guided towards the offside, looking for that second run, and what a quick running between the wickets by both Hamad Mirza and Prithvi Machi. This is the second time that they've actually impressed by just the sheer quality and the athleticism that they've shown while running.
Overall, excellent cricket we are witnessing. He plays it wide to the fielder at extra cover, and look at the great pick up and release by Hassan, but lightning quick is Hamad Mirza. Straight away he knows there's always that second run.
This time once again targeting that offside. And they've managed to steal another single. So what a brilliant result so far. 3 balls, 3 runs, everything under control for the Renaissance Challengers.
They came out with a plan and they're executing those plans quite well here. Key on the surface is to have wickets in hand. It's not that you're going to go after the bowlers getting 15-20 runs on the surface. It's not easy. Get 6-7 runs, look for one big over.
Shot. It's been a while since I've seen it. guided for a single, but that's one ploy that the bowlers are missing out at the moment. I've not seen that many back of length deliveries testing the batters and testing them to go on the back foot, because the pitch on some occasions is staying a little bit low, so batters will always be in two minds whenever you're targeting the stumps in that sort of length.
And moreover, this is a kind of wicket where as a fast bowler I expect them to use those slow ones and cutters regularly.
Played uppishly, and brilliant effort out there in the field. Very, very quiet over so far. You've got that 4 runs, yes, and they'll be looking to score another 2 runs here so that they can stay on par with that required run rate.
And rightly said by the slowness of this wicket, because on the previous shot he tried to play his regular, the strength shot which he placed towards that cover region, but yet again the ball just stopping and coming on the blade. That is where these fast bowlers need to exploit those patches.
Once again, that good length delivery. It's been punched well. It's only going to be a single, but decent result here for Yashas GL. He's managed to keep the batters quiet. At the halfway stage, Renaissance Challengers are 55 for the loss of 1 wicket as the players stop and take a breather. At the halfway stage, 55 for the loss of 1 wicket. Renaissance Challengers are in the hunt of reaching the target of 119, as we see Mehran Khan and his well-wishers just having a little bit of discussion and enjoying the afternoon siesta. Joining me in the comm box after his afternoon siesta is Mr. Jamil Zaidi.
Thank you, Amin. It's a good going for the Renaissance Challengers. It's halfway done. 55 for 110 overs gone. Prithvi is playing a good knock. And Ahmad Mirza, who was in sparkling form yesterday, once again showed his class. Some brilliant catches behind the wicket. And now time for him to come for the batting as well. Sagar talking a lot about him. Let us see what's going to do today. He's been very not used the way he has to be.
Yeah, plenty of, let's say, complaints or plenty of suggestions as to how often Sagar Parmar should be used and on what occasions. This is a quick single, and this has been the highlight of these two batters right now in the middle, Hammad Mirza and Prithvi Machi, especially Hammad Mirza, who's just bolting towards the danger end at every single time, and the calling has been exceptional. The commitment has been exceptional to complete those singles.
Wonderfully. Very crucial match for Royal Stallions, this one. The Dean posted a good total on the turning wicket, but all credit to Renaissance bowlers who kept them down to 119 runs and then coming back with some good responsible batting from Prithvi.
Looks to play towards in front of the wicket, but it's only going to be a dot ball. They wouldn't mind the dot balls at the moment, Renaissance Challengers. What they want is not to lose any further wickets until that, let's say, 14 or 15 over mark. From where onwards, they will just try to go hammer and tongs against the entire bowling lineup.
Absolutely. Coming down the wicket, once again goes for the single. But that is most vital and important. I mean, to get the singles going for a modest total, I'll say. We are in a commanding position at the moment. Nice way by Prithvi.
Looks to cut. Once again, precision shot in between the gap, looking for that second, but not going to get it, obviously. But then that intention of converting that single into doubles and to score in multiples is quite outstanding by Hammad Mirza and Prithvi Machi in particular. He's looking very restless. He's looking to score of every delivery. There's no dot delivery that's been played off Prithvi Machi at the moment.
He is that type of player, as always mentioned, that coming wrapped on the pad down the leg side. He's always looking for the runs as and when he comes. End of over number 11, 58 for 1. Renaissance Challengers. Good change. Yashas has brought in, who got 1 wicket in the last over. Coming down the wicket, outside the off stump, moving the ball away from the batter.
And this is where I guess there will be a little bit of discussion between Hammad Mirza and Prithvi Machi. There you go. Already Prithvi Machi is heading towards him and telling him to just keep his calm, keep his cool, because you're very much in the game. It's all about the team at the moment. Personal efforts have got no bearing whatsoever. He needs to stay there in the middle in order to make an impact on the game. In return, the team benefits, and so does Hammad Mirza.
On the, plays it down towards the deep square leg. A senior partner has to play that role. I mean, if he's on that much confidently playing there, to keep the non-striker or his partner to tell him that we have not too much left to win this match, to be calm, be cool, go for the singles, as I am doing.
Couldn't agree more with you, Jamil Saab, and especially the two players, the kind of two players out there at the crease. Hammad Mirza is flamboyant, but Prithvi Machi is attacker. He's a natural, instinctive attacker of the ball. Once again, looking to get that single out of nowhere. Very, very itchy at the moment, Hammad Mirza. He's jumping at every opportunity to convert a dot ball into a single. He'll have to be wary, and he'll have to be absolutely precise and calculative on his approach. Once again, you see the two batters in the middle of the pitch discussing.
Well, I think that they don't like to go to hurry up the things rather than going slowly and steadily as they are going now. Unnecessary run out at this stage definitely put the pressure back onto them. As we have seen in the last Stallion batting, couple of run outs make the things difficult. Once again, with the face of the bat over to the bowler side. Beautifully played, but once again stopped by Mohammad Nadim. In the between, got 2 runs.
Attacking approach and calculative as well. Prithvi Machi trying to pierce, or rather trying to just clear the infield, and he knew that it was a safe shot downtown, down the ground. Plenty of time to run that second run as well. So very, very decent approach by Prithvi Machi. He's absolutely bossing this run chase at the moment.
Spot on. Yes, that's what they have to do now. Strategy is look to be just again place it out, open the face of the bat for the comfortable single through the covers.
Plenty of time remaining in this game for the Renaissance challengers to play themselves into the game. On the other hand, Royal Oman Stallions are looking for a wicket, looking for a breakthrough desperately. I would still want them to cut off the singles, to have a more attacking field with that extra fielder. And just as I mentioned that, there is that extra fielder coming into the circle behind.
They have only 1 loss in this tournament so far, Royal Stallions, and sitting on the top of the table. Beautifully played. Once again to the sweeper cover. End of over number 12, 63 for 1, Renaissance challengers. Interesting battle between Renaissance challengers and Stallions, who have lost only 1 match in this tournament so far. Today things not look good for them at the moment. Renaissance challengers are cruising to the total of 119.
Well, not necessarily cruising, but then certainly a very steady approach towards that target. And that is what they want here, to gather all that confidence.
Played it out towards the mid-wicket for the single. That's good going. Very good approach by these 2 batters, especially the captain Prithvi. Slightly rush of blood, but coolly calmed down by Prithvi, who is really a good, very dependable batter for Renaissance challengers.
It's a very crucial encounter here for the Royal Oman Stallions. A single down the ground. A win over here will get them to 14 points, and they could possibly have a foot in the door, or 1 foot into that all-important final, because they are 1 game less than the Majlis Titans, who are also on 12 points and above them in first position, only due to the fact that they have a very, very good positive net run rate. On the other hand, Yalla Shabab Giants close at their heels at 10. Oh, that's bowled him. Sagar Parmar now just looking to turn things around. Royal Oman Stallions are sensing here. They are probably sensing that they could possibly make a comeback from here onwards, as danger man Prithvi Machi departs.
Brilliant bowling from Sagar. The quicker one coming into the batter. No time for Praviti to play that ball out. Goes under the bat straight to the wickets. So wicket number 2. Look at that delivery. Beauty. Quicker one. Straighter one. Through the gates. Brilliantly bowled by Sagar. And required the breakthrough which Royal Stallions are looking for. Wicket number 2 down for Renaissance challenger. So two Hamads is on the field right now. Hamad Ifraq and Hamad Mirza. Hamad Ifraq, the captain of United Challengers, have very heavy responsibility as far as this match is concerned. The bowlers had given him an ample chance and just bowled them out to 119. Batters had given him the start which he looked from them, and now he is the captain. He has to play a good role to carry on the team.
A lot of resting on the captain's shoulders. Hamad Ifraq. Once again, just continuing the plan that Renaissance Challengers have been doing since ball number 1, and that's to rotate, strike and keep it very, very steady, this run chase.
That's the wicket. Look at that. So quickly came, no time for Pratimachi to play on, just standing, and the wickets uprooted. Look at the closer one. Look at that one. Ball kept a bit low as well.
Yeah, well done there. Mohammad Nadim just putting his body on the line and making sure that no single can be taken. It's a very, very fruitful over to end with for Sagar Parmar. He's picked up a wicket and conceded only for 67 for 2 after 13.
Hussain Shah brought back into the attack at the right time. Good captainship by Mohammad Nadim, the most experienced. You know, the wicket of Prithvi Machi, it was very important for them, has been back into the attack after a brilliant delivery from Saga.
Crunch towards the covers. It's only going to be a single, but that intent from Hamad Ifraq is absolutely heartening to see. What's very important is he's probably the right man. You might just jog down memory lane not too long ago, just a couple or 3 nights ago, and you saw that big innings from Hamad Ifraq. He just was very disappointed with the way that the Renaissance Challengers didn't have a win to their name, and then he just came out all guns blazing, playing some fabulous shots all over the ground, taking on the fastest of the bowlers, the best of spinners.
Well, he's that sort of batter he is. Unfortunately, didn't come up in the last matches, but that only when it was played it out from the bottom of the bat between the wicket keeper and fine leg, 4 runs. Valuable boundary for United Challengers.
Yeah, well, luck favors those who work hard and toil. Not exactly under the sun, but certainly under pressure. Hamad Mirza getting that bottom edge and gets a few lucky runs behind the keeper. 4 runs here, and these are 4 very valuable runs because they've come at the right time, just when you thought that the Royal Oman Stallions were looking to get back in the game.
Well, couple of overs, there was no boundaries coming up, and that is more important for these boundaries.
Well, it's been more than a couple of overs, most certainly, before that last boundary that has come. And Hamad Mirza now just resetting the stats.
It's difficult for Hussain Shah to hit. He's a very clever bowler, using his pace, slower delivery. This was a bit slower one. Hamad, I think, was in 2 minds. He wanted to come down the wicket, but then saw variation, is just played it out back to the bowler.
What makes it even more difficult is that Hussain bowls according to the field and the plan that's set up for him. Have a look at that field. He's got a massive, massive gap between that fielder at cover and long off. So he'll have to only go inside out. And because Hussain Ali Shah is targeting the stumps, it probably takes that particular shot completely out of the equation. So the only other shot that he has to score a single is the most difficult shot for a batter, which is?
Well, he has to use the loose handle, you can say, just loose with the loose hands tap and run, because there's a wide difference between the fielders, you know. We had a short extra cover and there is a gully. There's a big difference between short cover and extra cover. A sweeper cover is there. You can tap and run.
Just like that. Mr. Jamil Zaidi was asking for Hamad Mirza to loosen up, and that's what he has done. He's got as much as 6 runs for this, and Hasnain Ali Shah under pressure, under the pump.
Absolutely brilliant work. Look at that one, standing and just from the beat of the bat towards the extra cover for the maximum. What a beautiful shot from Hamad Mirza. He came back into his own class after yesterday's superb batting and delivering what exactly required.
This time he plays that most difficult shot at on drive. Look at that. The fielder had to cover a huge amount of distance in order to cut that one off. It's only going to be a single, but certainly Hamad Mirza is making things happen out there in the center. 14 overs gone, 79 for 2.
So lights are on, makes the ground more beautiful with the white Oman Cricket Academy building in front, and behind that the mountains. Absolutely brilliant, beautiful view. This time Sagar comes up again. 40 runs required, from here on.
A calculative approach from Renaissance Challengers, or by any other team as a matter of fact, and you'll always notice that you're very comfortable in a run chase.
Nadim,
Once again on the dot, the place he is bowling, not going inching away from that. Slightly short. Over number 4, just given up 11 runs. And got a valuable wicket of Prithvi in the last over. Brilliant bowling from Sagar.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been at the top of his game tonight, knowing that the Royal Oman Stallions don't have much to chase. Haven't put up a decent target. Oh, this is brilliant. He knew what was happening there. Hamad Mirza getting into the act and certainly now feeling very confident. So he started playing his attacking shots, those cheeky little shots, and rising up to the occasion. Sagar Parmar.
I'll say it's reckless at this moment of the game when the match looks to be in their favor. This time, once again, try to play on to the offside. Got the bottom edge of the bat. Time for both the batters to cool down and go for the singles as required from now on.
Still there has been no run from the bat, and Hamad Mirza was looking to launch that one into orbit. So what brilliant bowling here from Sagar Parmar. Last ball of his spell. Oh, and he still manages to keep it very tight. It's been an excellent performance under pressure for Sagar Parmar. Everyone will have to seriously consider him as somebody who has made the match for the Royal Oman Stallions. 1 for 11 in his 4. After 15, RC are 80 for the loss of 2 wickets.
What a spell, what an over, the previous one from Sagar Parmar. 4 overs, 11 runs, a wicket to his name. The match hanging in balance, 8 runs per over needed from here, almost 39 in the last 30 deliveries, 23 from Mirza, who played those 6 dot deliveries, in fact 5 in the previous over of Parmar. Hasnain runs in. And straight away, this is what happens. The pressure was created in the previous over by Sagar Parmar, and Hasnain Ali Shah has been rewarded that wicket of Hamad Mirza.
It's a regulation for Hasnain. What an incredible performer for Royal Oman Stallions. He bowls those difficult overs, and he was a major difference. Could have been a little bit of an outside edge as well. But wicket falls at the wrong time, and all of a sudden, Renaissance challengers who haven't been able to complete matches in their favour would be panicking. One for 19 and there's 2 overs. Sufyan Mahmood comes to the middle. 2 experienced campaigners, Hamad Ifraq and Sufyan Mahmood. Can they see the game through for Renaissance Challengers? It's been that kind of a season where things have just fallen apart for Renaissance Challengers.
The previous over, Sagar Parmar, what an over, and Hasnain Ali, he looks completely different bowler, especially when he comes to bowl the second spell with the semi-old new ball. Strikes gold on the very first ball, getting rid of Mirza. Sufyan Mahmood on strike. And there is a chance at the non-striker end. And back-to-back wickets. First in the shape of clean bowled Hamad Mirza now. Poor calling between 2 batters resulted in the fall of Hamad.
What a moment. What a moment in the game. Renaissance challengers have found a way to lose games from winning situations, and that's what they're doing here under lights at the Oman Cricket Academy. This is poor calling, extremely poor calling. And Royal Oman Stallions, what a champion side. They find ways to win games, and that's exactly what they're doing here as well. On the back of Hasnain. What has happened here? Mudiba. A champion side for a reason. Royal Oman Stallions looking to get to the top of the table. They're at the 2nd position. Yep. Guided to 3rd for a single.
And these are the mistakes which opens the doors for the opposition to make a comeback into the match. And they are the champion side. This is what we have seen a couple of nights ago against Majlis Titans. All they need is that small opening, and they'll just hit you hard. That you'll be in a position where you're just out of your plans, out of your thoughts, what to do next.
Inside part of the bat, and it's just going to be a single. Mudiba, how active are you on the social media? Because there is a big news that you would like to share with all our viewers around the world.
What a mix-up. There was never a single, and astute captaincy. That fielder, look at that fielder set covers. Very close in, Saad Baggar. The direct hit, there was never a single. It's okay, Sufyan Mahmood took that start, but the non-striker end, you need to have that idea where exactly the fielders are positioned. Talking about that excitement which we were waiting for, the news is at last it came out. The Oman Cricket official Insta handle, we have came to know about those 17 lucky players who will be travelling to UAE for the Asia Cup.
It's a big squad. Oh, there's an outside edge. Sufyan Mahmood needed to be there. 2 wickets in the over. No, make it 3 in an over. all of a sudden, Renaissance Challengers that were dominating the affairs in all sorts of trouble.
A match winner, an impactful bowler. The pendulum shifting in favor of the bowling side with those 3 wickets going down in this over. Coming around the wicket, slight movement, trying to play it fine and straight into the hands of the wicket keeper. There's a big lapse in the middle order, a big collapse in fact. They're back in the game, Royal Oman Stallions. And talking about Asia Cup squad, now you can officially announce, Pranav, 17 names.
17 names and 8 support staff. Starting with Jatinder Singh, who is going to be leading that side. Vinayak Shukla, Mohammad Nadim, Hamad Mirza, Amir Kaleem, Sufyan Mahmood, Ashish Odedra, Shakil Ahmed, Aryan Bish, the youngster, he's got a nod. Samay Srivastava, Karan Sonavle, Hasnain Ali Shah, Mohammad Imran, Sufyan Yusuf, the wicketkeeper of IAS, Nadim Khan, the left-arm spinner of Renaissance Challengers, Zakaria Islam, Faisal Shah, the left-arm pacer. So it's a dominating side with a lot of combinations and options for Oman. 16 overs done, 82 for 5. What's your thought on the entire team? Or should I say the support staff as well?
If you can, please.
The manager is going to be Alkesh Joshi, head coach Dilip Mendes, deputy head coach Sulakshan Kulkarni, assistant coach Mazhar Khan, analyst Zishan Siddiqui, strength and conditioning trainer Shiva Manhas, physio Dr. Ashish Avasti, Monsieur Bashir Ahmed. So 17 players and 8 support staff, 25.
25 people will be traveling to UAE, but behind them there will be prayers of hundreds and thousands of Oman supporters praying for their team to do well. All the best wishes from our commentary team to Oman national side. And a proud moment for Faisal Shah, Zikriya, Nadim, Sufyan, Yusuf. And this game completely turned in favor of Royal Oman. It all started with that reckless shot by Hamad Mirza, then not a proper communication and peach of a delivery by Hasnain Ali. It all started with that poor shot selection from Hamad Mirza, trying to be hero against one of the premier fast bowlers of Stallions.
Not just Stallions, he's also the premium fast bowler for Oman. Lot of quality on offer for Hasnain. And that's where it was not a great idea. You needed to seize that match through, just stay till the end and just get 2 points on the board. That was the most important part to do. And what they have done, their chinks in armor has allowed Royal Oman Stallions to come back and come back really strong. Bouncing down the track, it's hit very hard to long off, but it's only going to be a single. Game and control of Royal Oman Stallions at the moment. Just don't need much. Renaissance Challengers, but still in some serious trouble.
Just 6 runs in the last 14 deliveries. 3 wickets went down. And Majlis Titans, fans and the players, they'll be watching this game closely.
Just need 34. Make it 33 now. They have ample time to do it. They have the power. They have Amanullah, who's been one of the premium performers of this tournament. They have the power of Asif Khan Pathan, who is a decent striker of the cricket ball. Just that the form not in his favour. And that's where Renaissance Challengers haven't been able to complete the game. Can this go in their favour? They'll be wanting a win here. Oh, struck well. He was playing with danger, Asif Khan Pathan, and that's what he does well. It will be a boundary. shuffling across the stumps, and Jitin Kumar Ramanandi took that bait.
A risky shot, but it gets 4 runs. 1 bounce towards that fine leg. A calculative risk. He was expecting a bit fuller. Shuffling across the line, and what a beautiful timing. What a connection from the blade of Asif Khan.
With square leg and fine leg inside the circle, it was a calculative risk. You're absolutely spot on there, Mudipa. Can this be a double bluff once again? Full and drill down the ground for a single. This is not going to be working in favor of Renas Challenge. They need a few big hits, and they need them soon.
How many times, Pranav, in this tournament we are going to witness close encounters? We have already seen 5 to 6 games going till the last final delivery of the game. All those games were a low scoring, modest total games. Slight fumble and a single has been taken. A fruitful over for the batting side Renaissance Challengers. A small partnership between Asif and Amanullah. 92 for the loss of 5, 17 gone. "17 overs, 92 for the loss of 5. Now we know the score for the Asia Cup. Are there any surprises for you, Pranav, looking at the 17 names?
One name that I was expecting was Wasim Ali. But then when I see here Nadim Khan, he's equally damaging, and he's probably had a brilliant season in the Oman D20 as well, and he's more effective as a bowler in comparison to Wasim Ali. Wasim Ali is a batting all-rounder. Very effective with the bat, not equally damaging with the ball. And that's where my understanding is that direct hit could have been very interesting. So that's the first. We'll go one by one. What's your thought on that left arm spinner?
I completely agree with you, because I was also looking at Wasim Ali's name, but he misses the flight, because keeping in mind, rightly said by you, he has that edge, Nadim Khan. When it's come to the bowling department, nothing to take away from Wasim Ali. He performed quite well with the bat, with the ball also. But Nadim Khan, as you said, he has a wonderful season, the previous one, and in this tournament also. He can give you that option to bowl in the power play as well. If the fast bowlers are struggling, then at one end Shakil Ahmed, at one end Nadim Khan. So you need to look at all the options. That is where the selectors, after taking a lot of time, they came up with the best 17 for the Asia Cup.
Also, if you see, Wasim Ali doesn't bowl a lot for Majlis Titans. He doesn't bowl a lot of overs, certainly the full quota. Whereas Nadim Khan bowls the full quota on almost every game that he's played. But moving on, talking about off spinners, that is going to be interesting. Jay Odedra, Siddharth Bukapatnam, Aryan Bisht. Those were the options that we spoke about. And Aryan Bisht, certainly one of the top performers with the ball, and he's been rewarded with the cap.
Not only with the ball, but keeping in mind it's a shorter format, T20 format, so you're looking for the all-rounder. So Aryan Bisht will provide you that depth in the batting as well. Also, he's a terrific fielder. And when we talk about the off-spinners, the line has been joined by Zikriya Islam and a comeback for Karan Sonawale. That is why I always says these tournaments, the Oman D series, are always important. He was struggling for his form, but the way he started this tournament, he got runs, he bowled quite a few overs, he was electrifying in the field, took some breathtaking catches, and rightly rewarded by the selectors picking him for this Asia Cup.
Add one name to those two, Sufyan Yusuf.
Oh, hard-working wicket-keeper.
Absolutely. And he's been rewarded rightly in my understanding. He's going to be playing that anchor role probably with the kind of innings that he played the other day, holding one end tight. That is what is the job of Mohammad Nadim. He plays that role majorly for Oman. And that's where Oman has always been looking for a batter who can anchor one side and take the game deep. Because if you're cutting and cutting loose against your opponent, you want to probably hold one end tight and attack from the other.
And also keeping in mind the surfaces in Dubai. You need someone in the middle order who can rotate the strike. Because in Dubai, the ball will just stop and come onto your bat. So you need someone who can rotate the strike. So I think they have got the right mixture. If you talk about these 17 people, and all the best to the supporting staff as well. And credit should be given to the head coach, Sir Dulip Mendes, who has been in this region for ages, and he did wonders for Oman cricket.
When you're talking about the management, you want a performance-oriented management. And that's exactly what the definition is for Mr. Dilip Mendes, the head coach, the CDO, holding two positions, and he's done extremely well. He's got results when it has mattered, and consistent results. Not just results, but consistent results. We'll talk more about it. 18 overs done, 97 for the loss of 5. This is going to be very interesting. Jitin Kumar Ramanandi is going to be bowling the final over of his spell. Outside edge and just a single. Hasnain has been bowled out. 2 for 26 in his 4 overs. We have an over left of Karthik, who I think might not be a great option with two right-handed batters, although the boundary will be the big boundary. That is the next over. Yashash GL has an over left, 1 for 14 in his 3 overs. But my understanding is right up in the air. Vinayak Shukla never drops these. Holds it comfortably. Asif Khan Pathan is having a miserable outing, and he's continuing that form of his.
Jitin Kumar Ramanandi, not expressed with the pace, keeping it away. He knows Asif Khan was shaping to go towards that leg side, that cutter, not in control. An easy catch taken by Vinayak. What a comeback by Royal Oman Stallions from a strong and commanding position. They are losing the plot here. An all-important 19th over in progress, and with the shorter boundary on the leg side, he will be targeting to get at least 12 more runs by the end of this over. In the final 10-11 runs, if you have some power, someone like Amanullah, then you have a chance. But anything over 12, you're out of the game, I believe.
And this is an interesting ploy to send in Amir Shah at this juncture.
Where is Nadim? This is the situation. He needs to come in, showcase his batting skills.
Should have been here. Certainly should have been here. Looking for a big shot inside edge. He's not looking for that single. This is fairly interesting in my understanding. Was always a single. What's happening here, Mudiba?
Panic button has been pressed. From from a commanding position. And now they are just away from that target of 119. Asif Khan misery continues in this tournament with the bat. Final 9 deliveries, still 21 needed. What a champion bowler he is, Pranav. He knows his limitations. He's not a kind of a bowler who can generate that pace by which Yashash GL and Hasnain delivers in his own shell, but he knows exactly what needs to be done.
He's an intelligent bowler. And that's the best way to describe Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. Uses his variations to his advantage, and that's where he's very effective. Wonder why he wouldn't run for the first time and run the very next delivery. Full toss. This is skied up and a good diving effort. It's going to be spilled. And all of a sudden, everything happening in the middle.
100 comes up, but poor running between the wickets. Fresh legs, but not looking for that third run. And look at that, what a sprint by Karthik. Oh, what an effort. Commitment at its best by Karthik. So now 18 needed in the last 7. They need to find a boundary here.
In the block hole. Not looking for a single. What is happening here? Amir Shah, second time in an over. If they lose by 2 runs, you know who is the person to be blamed. Absolutely brain fade movement here. 19 overs done, 101 for 6. Yashash GL is going to be bowling the final over, 18 runs to defend. I think he has plenty. On this occasion, Amir Shah decides to go for the single. I am not really able to understand that strategy of Amir Shah.
And this is what happened. He was standing at 30-yard circle, Nadim. There was always an easy single. And if you compare between these two, he's a much better batter, Amanullah. And at this stage, every run matters.
If you look at the replay, he never wanted to go for the single. He never took that kind of a big start. Wonderful delivery. Keeper does well to keep it down to a single because this was brilliant cricket. Very good cricket. Starting with the ball, the batter to evade, and the wicketkeeper.
What a save. Certainly saving 4 runs. And what a delivery. Especially bowling that final over. You need to have that accuracy while bowling those Yorkers. So 4 balls, still 16 needed, 15 to tie this game.
Full toss. Finally, this time he goes for the single, not able to understand that strategy of Amir Shah on previous occasions. This game is out of the hands of Renaissance Challengers at the moment. Can't believe they've made a mess of a game which was completely in their control.
In a game of fine margins, you have just opened that window, that 1 over from Hasnain where 3 wickets went down. There was no looking back after that for Royal Oman Stallions. A complete team effort. They were in a state of bother to lose this game, but what a comeback. Astute captaincy, and credit should be given to Sagar Parmar. For me, he is the player of the match, though he has got 1 wicket. 4 overs going for 11 runs. And that too bowling against left-hand batters.
That is something that the captain and the coach needs to witness of Sagar Parmar. He's been exceptional. Truly professional. Big shot. Only to the vacant hands of Mohammad Nadim, who is waiting to collect that and return it back to the bowler. It's been an adventurous innings from Amir Shah. He wanted to believe in himself, but he's only lost faith of Amanullah in him.
The previous over he was standing at covers, but now standing at long on regions, safe hands. Mohammad Nadim, one of the fittest on the field for Royal Oman Stallions with that wicket. To face that final delivery, Ibrar walks in from a comfortable position. They are themselves to be blamed for this loss. Not once, not twice, but thrice in this tournament. This is the third time from a winning position. They'll be on a losing side, Renaissance Challengers.
Can be easily said that this is a win out of the jaws of defeat, because Renaissance Challengers was dominating this game for majority part of the tournament, rather match. And all of a sudden, Royal Oman Stallions, just what they do on a consistent basis, finds a way to win this game. And it came on the back of Hasnain. The last time they were in similar situation, Hasnain picked up 4 wickets and pulled Royal Oman Stallions back into the game. And this time, that over where 3 wickets fell for Renaissance Challengers, 2 of which were picked by Hasnain, 1 run out, and hardly any runs, and all of a sudden Renaissance was panicking.
Wicket-taking bowlers' smiles are back on their faces. They were in a bit of tense situation till that 16th over, which was bowled by Sagar Parmar. That too to a set batter, someone like Hamad Mirza. He bowled 4 dot deliveries, the 5th one going as a leg by 1 run. The 6th delivery to Hamad Ifraq was also a dot that completely put the pressure back on the batting unit, and after that a big time collapse. But with this win, they'll stay the top 2, if not at the top of the table. They'll stay at number 2 position, Royal Oman Stallions. We need to see that net run rate.
I really feel they're top of the table. What a wonderful start Renaissance Challengers had. And they only threw it away. 21 of 26 for Junaid Prithvi, 29 of 33. Hamad Mirza, 23 of 29. They were in complete control till these 3 were on the crease. And all of a sudden, the middle order just couldn't take the pressure of Royal Oman Stallions, and they collapsed like a pack of cards. And that's where they got stuck at 106 for the loss of 7 in the allocated overs.
The bowling unit, some tight bowling by Karthik Rajendra Kumar, cementing his place as an off-break bowler with the new ball, wicketless, but he bowled tight line lengths. Look at that economy of 3.67. Hasnain Ali Shah, couple of wickets to him. That over completely turned the tide in favour of Royal Oman Stallions. His final over, Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, yet again economical also among the wickets. Nadim, the captain, just 1 over to his name, gone for 11 runs. Yashash GL, what an exciting fast bowler in making here in Oman. 18 runs, 2 wickets. Sagar Parmar, you beauty. One of the rising left-arm orthodox in this region. 4 overs, 13 dot deliveries, 11 runs, a wicket to his name. And look at that fall of wickets. The 3rd, 4th, 5th, 80, 80, 82. In the span of just 2 runs, they have lost those 3 wickets. And 7 extras given away by the bowling unit. And Royal Oman Stallions, with these couple of points, they move at top of the table with 14 points in their kitty. Yeah. So Majlis Titans and Yalla Shabab, they will be battling for that 2nd spot. And let's see the highlights of this game. A low scoring thriller. Prithvi Machi was in control, taking on the bowlers. What an excellent partnership between Machi and Junaid. The best opening wicket partnership in this tournament for Renaissance Challengers. Some lovely drives, some late cuts. But in the end, Prithvi Machi and Usman falling back to back. Sagar Parmar, what a delivery. And Hamad Mirza, he tried to anchor the innings. He played quite a few beautiful lofted drives.
It is here where the problem started for Renaissance Challengers, and all of a sudden, that bowled, followed by this run out, and a caught behind, put Renaissance Challengers in a position where they were not comfortable in. Asif Khan Pathan came swinging and swinging well, but only could accumulate a boundary before being caught behind. Amir Shah, a big self-believer, was not happy to rotate strike and towards the end could get caught at the boundary. And hence, as a result, it is the Royal Oman Stallions that have won this game very, very comfortably. They scored only 118 runs for the loss of 9 wickets in that allocated 20 overs. Vinayak Shukla, Mohammad Nadim and Jitin Kumar Ramanandi, all three of them got 20 odd. 2 wickets apiece for Syed Amir and Sufyan Mahmood. But when Renaissance Challengers came into chase, they were very comfortable till the 15th over mark, and all of a sudden in the last 5 they lost their track and they were restricted to 106 for the loss of 7. All those 20 contributions from Prithvi Machi, Hamad Mirza, Junaid Jan went down the drain as Yashas GL, Hasnain Ali Shah picked up 2 wickets apiece, and Sagar Parmar was the pick of the bowlers in my opinion with that 1 for 11 spell. Royal Oman Stallions have won this game comfortably by 12 runs. We'll take a short breather in the com box, and on the other side it's going to be the presentation with Amin Wagle.
He has timed that one well. And the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is. He has timed that one well. And the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.
Action-packed drama continues at Oman D20, powered by Fancode. We've just concluded and done and dusted with the match number 23. It was between Renaissance Challengers and Royal Oman Stallions. Toss won by Renaissance Challengers and they elected to bowl first. 118 for 9 is what the Royal Oman Stallions got in their allotted 20 overs. And they lost and they won this contest because the Renaissance Challengers fell short by 12 runs. Vinayak Shukla, 28 of 17, 3 boundaries and a 6 studded in that innings. Syed Amir Shah, Sufyan Mahmood, excellent with the ball as far as Renaissance Challengers are concerned. Hamad Mirza gave a spirited fight in that second innings, but of course, a very, very well-rounded effort by Hasnain Ali Shah. 4 overs, 2 for 26, our man of the match for tonight. He'll collect the medallion from Mujahid Surve, our match official. हसनैन वेरी वेल डन. सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद. और कैसा महसूस हो रहा है क्योंकि अभी रॉयल ओमान स्टैलियंस टॉप ऑफ द टेबल, आप कहीं तो भी वो फाइनल्स के बहुत बहुत करीब हैं.
जी बिल्कुल. सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह पाक का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ कि इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म हो रहा है। दूसरा बस जो कोच और जो कैप्टन मुझे जो वो बताते हैं उस पे चल रहा हूँ, उस प्लान पे हम चल रहे हैं। बाकी बस जो नदीम भाई से जो है बहुत सीखने को मिल रहा है, उनसे सीखते रहते हैं। बाकी मैनेजमेंट का जो मेरे पे ट्रस्ट होता है और ऐसे टाइम पे मुझे लाते हैं कि यार आ जाओ अब तुम्हारी ज़रूरत है, तो उधर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हो जाता है अच्छा।
आखिरी ओवरों में ज़्यादा रन्स तो नहीं चाहिए रहते, क्योंकि आजकल यहाँ पे जो टोटल्स बन रहे हैं काफ़ी लो स्कोरिंग इनिंग्स बन रहे हैं। तो ऐसे में जब आप डिफेंड करने को आते हैं तो ज़्यादा मार्जिन ऑफ एरर नहीं रहता है। एक छक्का लग गया, मैच आपके हाथ से निकल गया, ऐसे में आप वापस कैसे आते हैं गेम में?
जी बिल्कुल, बस मैं बहुत सिंपल रहता हूँ कि मतलब बस इस तरह आपको पता है विकेट्स ऐसी है कि थोड़ा बॉल नीचे भी रहता है ऊपर भी आ जाता है, तो उसमें बिल्कुल मैं सिंपल रहता हूँ कि बस 3 डंडों में बॉल करना है और जगह पे बॉल करनी है, तो बस सिंपल चलता हूँ और उसमें मिलती है कामयाबी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
पार्टनरशिप्स में आपकी चेंज होते रहती है, कभी नदीम भाई के साथ और आज यशस जीएल, उनके बारे में कुछ बताएं।
यशस बिल्कुल बहुत अच्छा बॉलर है, काफ़ी पैसे उसका, तो माशाल्लाह वो बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है और वो हमारे टीम के लिए वो जो है हमेशा वो अच्छी बॉलिंग करता है, ऐसे टाइम पे आता है मेरे साथ, तो माशाल्लाह हमारी पार्टनरशिप बहुत अच्छी चलती है।
चलिए, बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद फिर से, और उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप और ऐसे अच्छा इनिंग्स और अच्छी बॉलिंग करें। That's all we have from the post-match presentation ceremony. There's a lot of cricketing action coming your way. Stay tuned.
He has timed that one well. And take the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way.